10. It's a race against the clock. Refuel. I've got 48 to do and 24.
It's 4:49 a.m. Grab a Celsius, lock in. I've got a goal to hit and a deck to conquer. A party to be the life of, and all the essential energy I need to do it.
Energizer Max. Outlast Duracell Power Boost by 10%. No fluff, just facts. Now powered by Enhanced Energy.
Jen loved her Gain Flames. Then Brad showed up with Gain Rinse and Beads. Then they mixed their scents. They discovered they were scented.
What is up, motherfuckers and party people? How the hell is everybody doing today? Hope everybody's having a great fucking day. Today we got Red Sox Yankees. That's my favorite matchup ever. Red Sox Yankees. Doesn't get better than this. Really doesn't. Except, you know, like if both teams are really good, then it's even better. But yeah. Got Red Sox Yankees here. Unfortunately, because of my location and the MLB blackouts, I have to watch this game through the Yes Network. Now, last week, I was able to watch it through NESN through using illegal streaming sites and stuff like that, but by the end of the stream, it ended up really fucking up the stream and making it really laggy, and also it kept freezing and shit, so yeah, not dealing with that. So yeah, unfortunately we have to watch this on the Yes Network. I hate the Yankees. I hate Michael Kay. He's really, like, his voice is just so ungodly terrible. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't even mind as much. Like, I wouldn't even mind having to watch the Yankees broadcast as much.
Network presents New York Yankees baseball. It's the New York Yankees against the Boston Red Sox in the first of three from Fenway Park in Boston, Massachusetts.
But yeah, not streaming the NBA Finals tonight. A, because it's not really a clinchable game. And B, because I'm not really sure if I'll be able to stream the game tomorrow night. I don't think I will, because of the Mexico Xfinity race. Pretty sure I will not be able to stream, so.
In the first inning, a two-run homer, and I love these little kids. I got it. Where is it, Michael? Where'd it go? And they're amazing. Look at the plays. They're amazed at how far he hit it. 469 feet. And then on Wednesday night, a 99-mile-an-hour fastball up in the zone, a 1-2 count, and he hits this one to right center. What he has done so far this year has been amazing. Well, this is how amazing. You look at some of the Yankee greats, Mantle, DiMaggio, Gehrig, and Ruth, and we took out what we feel is their best season. What Aaron Judge is on pace to do is beat those seasons. So he might be having one of the greatest seasons in Yankee history.
But yeah, Red Sox wearing the green jerseys tonight. That's awesome. Fucking Joe Girardi's in the booth. Are you serious?
Getting it done pitching matchup for the Yankees will be Ryan Yarbrough, 4.17 ERA, and for the Red Sox, it's Garrett Crochet. I don't think it's a stretch to say he's one of the best pitchers in baseball, Joe.
Oh, you're definitely right there, Michael. He's got an array of pitches, but his two best pitches are his four-seamer that he'll get up to 98, and take a look at this sweeper. The depth that it has, it just fools left-handers. That's Juan Soto. He doesn't do that very often. He throws this fastball by a hitter, and look at Ronald Acuna Jr., this sweeper down and in. He can throw it away. He can throw it down and in to right-handed hitters. And this has led to a lot of strikeouts for him.
And leaders brought you by your local Tri-State Genesis retailer. So he's third in the major leagues in strikeouts. Notice one thing about those top five. All of them throw with their left hand.
That's unusual. It stuck out to me. That's not what we usually see.
We usually don't see the Yankees lose to the Red Sox like they did last weekend, especially this year. Is this a revenge weekend? Barakovich talks to Aaron Boone next, right here on Yes.
Are you paying high prices on water and cooler rentals along with fuel surcharges? Yeah, and you're getting hosed.
Trouble getting timely delivery on your spring water service? Count on WB Mason for fast, free delivery of great tasting Blizzard spring water. Just give us a call and we'll answer the phone. Who but WB Mason?
Will you choose love or money at Del Lago Resort and Casino? Saturdays in June, one lucky guest will choose between a brand new Wilkins RV camper or $10,000 cash. Only at Del Lago, off exit 41 on the New York State Thruway.
Oh my gosh, wow. Who am I? Wow, is that really me?
Hi, I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Plexiderm. All it takes is 10 minutes to reduce the appearance of under eye bags, wrinkles, and crow's feet. The instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shell clay. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms. Take action with our Plexiderm 10-minute challenge. Try it today for only $14.95 plus get free shipping. Visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
If you've been injured in an accident that was not your fault and you don't have an attorney, don't go it alone. Take action. We have legal professionals standing by to help you and let you know what your case is potentially worth. Hi, I'm Paula Haddock, your spokesman, Rob Wolf. But who are home to be calling in right now?
But yeah, today, like I said, Red Sox Yankees, game 1 of the 3-game series. Starting pitcher for the New York Yankees is Ryan Yarbrough, who sucks. He has a 4.17 ERA in 14 games played this year, has 43 strikeouts and 45 innings pitched, 45 and a third innings pitched. For the Red Sox, we got Garrett Crochet, who most definitely does not suck. He has a 2.35 ERA in 14 games played, has 110 strikeouts and 88 innings pitched, so he's a fucking madman.
Welcome back to Fenway Park.
Hi, Jaden.
Friday night as the Red Sox.
Yes, 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 yes. As in, yes, go Red Sox.
Here on Yes. Hey everyone, I'm Meredith Marakovitz coming to you.
Get the fuck out of the Green Monster, you Yankees fucking reporter. You do not belong there.
Series in the Bronx, 2-1. Tonight, the Yankees will try to bounce back.
Starting lineup for the New York Yankees, Paul Goldschmidt leads off at first base. Ben Rice bats second at DH. Aaron Judge bats third in right field. Cody Bellinger bats fourth in center field. Anthony Volpe bats fifth at shortstop. Fucking Jason Dominguez bats sixth in left field. DJ LeMahieu bats seventh at second base. Austin Wells bats eighth at catcher. And Oswaldo Peraza bats ninth at third base. Oh, Jaden, fuck off.
Hopefully we'll have success.
Rob Refsnyder, for the Red Sox, Rob Refsnyder leads off in left field. Where's Duran?
Is not in the starting lineup. He did go through a full pregame workout. Aaron Boone saying he is hopeful
Is Duran just
to be available off the bench this evening. Plenty more to come.
Is Duran just sitting today?
When we get back, Michael Kay will be joined by Joe Girardi.
That's weird. Rob Refsnyder leads off in left field. Rafael Devers bats second at DH. Romy Gonzalez bats third at first base. Carlos Narvaez bats fourth at catcher. Roman Anthony bats fifth in right field. Trevor Story bats sixth at shortstop. Abraham Toro bats seventh at third base. Ceddanne Rafaela bats eighth in center field. And Christian Campbell bats ninth at second base.
To be anything.
So yeah.
So if you need room for your family,
okay.
Side hustle.
Okay, Jaden.
Get the SUV designed for your dream. The Ford Explorer, America's all-time best-selling SUV.
Yeah, Jarren Duran, that's honestly surprising. He's not a guy who, like, sits out games. I mean, you guys know that if you watch my streams. He's always playing. The only 2 games he missed last year was, you know, the incident that got him suspended.
And everywhere in between. Delicious from every angle. That's the Sauced and Tossed Chicken Strip Basket. Get yours now only at DQ.
It's a big match for the National Women's Soccer League, and only the best will win.
Jaden really wants him to go to the fucking Padres.
It's got to be the most famous trophy in all of sports, right? But it's more than that. This is a time machine. Whatever
Star Wars weekend for the Padres?
Faced with the greatest team this game has ever known.
Oh, I get it. Like, they're talking about fictional stories. You know, Star Wars, a fictional story. Jarren Duran going to the Padres, a fictional story. I get their whole trend.
Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Optimum Fiber. Get Optimum, the fastest fiber internet. Don't take slow for an answer. By Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center. By your local Tri-State Genesis retailers. Learn more at genesis.com.
They have a whole Star Wars weekend? That's kind of crazy.
Get out there and play. Those two guys almost traded for each other. One drunken night when the owners got together and then they voided the deal the next morning. What would Joe DiMaggio have done here with the Green Monster, and what would Ted Williams have done in the Bronx with the short porch? You know what? They did pretty well where they were. Well, the Red Sox have taken the field as we will start this 3-game set. Yankee starting lineup. Paul Goldschmidt leads off. He'll play first. Ben Rice to DH. Aaron Judge at right field. Cleaning up the center fielder, Cody Bellinger. Anthony Volpe at short. Jason Dominguez at left. DJ LeMay.
You know what's sad, though? It was actually a sad fucking, like, confession to make. It's not even a confession. It's just obviously true. The Yankees broadcast, with the exception of the announcers, the Yankees broadcast is far superior than the Red Sox broadcast. Red Sox broadcast fucking sucks. The only good part of the Red Sox broadcast is the announcers themselves.
Runs in that game, but because of the run support, he ended up winning that game 10-7. And that's a rarity. In 12 of his 14 starts, he's given up 2 runs or less. That's how dominant he has been. And he's 1 strikeout from passing Skubal for the lead in strikeouts, and he's 4 behind Mackenzie Gore to be the leader in the MLB. All those lefties, Michael, striking people out.
Amazing. It is amazing. Let's take a look at the defense brought to you by your Tri-State Chevy dealers. You've got Ref Snyder in left, Raffaella, one of the best in center, Roman Anthony, the rookie, over in right. In the infield, Toro, Story, another rookie, Campbell, and Romy Gonzalez at first. Carlos Narvaez behind the plate. Devers, the DH. Crochet is on the mound. Time for the keys to the game, brought to you by your local Kia dealers.
Well, Michael, Yarborough's got to close 7-11 because it was open when he faced them last time. In minimum of 10 innings pitched, he has had his most problems here. A 7-11 ERA at Fenway Park. Put pressure on the defense. They lead the league in errors and unearned runs with 61.
Oh, I got more Dr. Pepper. This shit's fucking delicious. But off we go.
First pitch is put into play, right to Toro.
And first pitch is going to be grounded for round number 1. There you go.
He is 4 for 7 with 2 homers and 8 RBIs, and the highest ERA of that 3 pitchers is 2.35.
So
quick on number 1.
Here's Ben Rice.
Here's Ben Rice, who fucking sucks. Has a 2.35 ERA, 12 home runs this year, 26 RBIs, 802 OPS. Doesn't actually suck, but he sucks.
In any kind of good luck. That one is hit.
Ben Rice sucks, grounds, and 2 pitches, 2 outs. Sorry I was away from my phone. You claim he's good, so I went to go somewhere that he can be good and successful and win games and be in the playoffs and make it to the finals. If you truly cared about him as a player, you'd want this. The thing is, Jaden, like, the Red Sox have the best young talent in the majors right now. You know, coming into the season, 3 top 10 prospects in all of MLB. There's really no better place for him to go for a better future. Yeah, maybe right now he's not going to win championships, but 2-3 years down the road, I think this spot is probably the best place for him to win championships. Unless if he were to go to the Dodgers, which, you know, I would not want for him as a player because he would not get much playing time with the Dodgers because there's so many good players on the Dodgers that, you know, you're not going to get as much playing time. So that as a player, that would not be as good for him.
I think if you're a left-hander, you're trying to stay away from left-handed pitcher, you're trying to stay away from the ball. I would want more strikes on the outside. Work off the edge of that plate a little bit, see if I can get a little bit, get hitters to roll over.
Yeah, Denny Hamlin will not be racing in Mexico on Sunday.
Campbell, the second baseman, shades up the middle for Judge.
But honestly, for the right reasons.
When he gets the top of his windup, tell me if it reminds you of anything. Okay.
But we'll see him in Pocono.
It's a little bit different, and this pitcher didn't throw quite as hard.
It's a full count here to Aaron Judge.
He gets to the top here. Andy kind of tipped that glove that same way that right elbow went up. His right elbow goes up. Reminds me of him a little bit. He was on the bus today.
And that's strike 3. There you go.
Well, Garrett
Aaron Judge sucks, dude. He is a fraudulent baseball player.
The Red Sox up to bat.
FanDuel held a shooting contest to promote its new MySpend tool. MySpend makes it easy to view your deposit and bet history all in one place. Because betting without knowing how much you're spending is like shooting in the dark. See the whole picture.
Yeah, the Red Sox still have two top 10 prospects because Marcelo Meyer and Roman Anthony still have not, like, they still have not lost their prospect status. I don't know exactly when you lose it. Like, how long are you a prospect after you become in the majors?
Fighting corruption, ending wasteful government spending, building affordable housing, taking on Trump and Musk when they stole $80 million from New Yorkers, and keeping us cool. New York City is a ride in itself. Buckle up, remain seated, and vote for Brad Landon, paid for by Lander 2025.
All right. So you are no longer a prospect after 130 at-bats or 50 innings pitched if you're a pitcher, or if you have been on the Major League roster for 45 total days. And that's excluding time on the injured list.
Roman Anthony, highly touted rookie. He's in right field batting fifth, batting sixth. The shortstop, Trevor Story. Third baseman, Abraham Toro, about seventh. Don Rafaela is in center field about eighth. Batting ninth and playing second base is Christian Campbell. We saw Garrett Crochet in the top of the first. Yarborough will be his 15th game of 7 start. You see his numbers. Let's check out the Nissan pitcher scatter report. Well, 8 is enough. His last start against the Red Sox.
Here's Ryan Yarbrough, who fucking sucks, dude. I wonder if he's related to Kale.
Starts, he had only given up 6 runs in 26 innings.
Well, no.
When he's on his game, he's inducing a lot.
Kale Yarbrough was. That's always a weird thing. Kale Yarborough. But then there was Leroy Yarbrough. They had very similar last names.
He was long relieved,
but they were not related. They were good friends. I think Leroy Yarbrough tried to, like, kill his mom or something. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure that happened.
Refsnyder playing in his 500th big league game since 2021. Refsnyder with a .407 on base percentage against lefties. Yeah, he's found a great niche here.
2-1 count.
Talking about what he's done against left-handed pitching. He's been one of the dominant hitters in baseball. Actually had him as a young kid. He was coming up at the same time Aaron Judge was, and we were trying to find a position for him because we felt he was going to hit. He's in left
Ball
field
3.
tonight. And with the
There was also William Yarbrough.
Prospects, especially Marcelo Meyer and Roman Anthony, they don't want to play them against lefties all that much, at least at this point in their career. So they have a little bit of a difficult lineup decision. Every single time there's a lefty on the mound, who did they sit out? Today it's Meyer, and they're starting Roman Anthony. Yeah, Duran's sitting out. He's on a 9-game hitting streak.
And that's ball 4.
And Refsnyder works a walk. Check out the Yankee defense, brought to you by your Tri-State Chevy dealers. Dominguez in left, Bellinger in center, Judge over in right. Infield, Peraza, Volpe, LeMahieu, and Goldschmidt. That's third to first. Balls behind the plate. Rice.
I gotta look up that Leroy Yarbrough story. Leroy Yarbrough did win the Daytona 500. 1965 Daytona 500 winner, 1969 Daytona 500 winner, 1969 Southern 500 winner, and 1969 World 600 winner. So he won the Triple Crown in 1969. On April 22nd, 1970, Yarbrough suffered head injuries while doing tire tests for Goodyear at Texas World Speedway. Yarbrough blew a tire between turns 3 and 4 and impacted the wall at over 160 miles an hour. Yarbrough's head hit the roll bar inside the cockpit with such force that it cracked his helmet. He was released from the hospital that evening and at the time was not believed to have had a serious injury.
and he had finished last
He was
season
picked
with
up
them
at the airport by Kill Yarbrough, but had no memory of the crash, hospital, or meeting with Yarbrough.
Ryan Yarbrough.
So yes, they are not related, but they have very similar last names, and were good friends.
Fly ball center field. Devers retired by Bellinger.
Yarbrough's mother noticed a change in his behavior in the early 1980. Began spending most of his time in bed reading racing magazines, rarely leaving his bedroom.
The type of pitcher a manager loves to have because you know you can spot.
On Saturday, February 9th, 1980, Yarbrough went out for a walk and someone brought him some beers.
You know you can use him for multiple innings if he's coming out of the pen, you know, in a game that's a
Policeman friend brought him to a local hospital where he was released at 2 a.m.
He pitched for Toronto last year, and they chose not to keep him.
On Wednesday, February 13th, Leroy spent most of the day in his bed with his mother bringing him food. While doing dishes after dinner, Leroy entered the kitchen and remarked about his mouth, saying, "Mama, look, you've cut my mouth." I said, "Son, I haven't okay. Mama, I'm going to do something and I don't want to do it. I'm going to kill you." Oh my God. Yarbrough proceeded to strangle his mother. Bro, a NASCAR driver tried to kill his mom. When the police arrived, Leroy struck an officer in the face and needed several firefighters to subdue him. Oh my God.
Now the Yankees took a chance on him after Toronto because, simply put, they said, the guy just shuts us down all the time, so we figured we'd get him on our side. And he's also known for having incredible
2-2 count here.
He's not scared on the mound. So Eric Neander,
To Romy Gonzalez.
GM of the Tampa Bay Rays, he was with the Rays for a while, said, you know a guy has guts and has no fear when he has an 85.6 mile an hour fastball and just comes right at you.
That's the lowest average fastball in the major leagues. Kyle Hendricks is number 2, and he's been doing it for a long time. But he gives you arm angle. He drops it down. And a lot of times when a guy like a lefty, you'd expect the ball to sink. Well, his ball doesn't really sink. It has a little carry to it. He uses his cutter exceptionally well. He's got a good changeup. Hides the ball well.
Guys facing now, Romy Gonzalez also hits lefties very well. Against left-handed pitching in the early going, 12 for 34.
All of that because the pitcher's name is Ryan Yarbrough.
950 OPS.
Anthony Alfredo's on standby for who?
Well, I think he has the right approach off of Yarbrough. He thinks right center, and he's 4 for 5 off of him with a home run. And he got him at the stadium the other night. And that's why you see them trying to go in on him.
You know, when Toronto decided to go with Lovelady and
What happened to Bowman?
They offered Yarbrough a $2 million deal, but they could get out of the
The
deal.
fuck happened to
after
Bowman, bro?
45 days.
Bro's always getting injured.
And the Yankees offered him the same thing, essentially.
He's like the fucking
And he
Anthony
turned down the
Davis
Blue
of
Jays and
NASCAR.
took the Yankees because his thinking was this. He said, they've seen me. They had me last year, so why do I have to...
What happened to fucking Alex Bowman?
The Yankees don't know me, so I'll accept that from them. And he also said he liked what the Yankees have done with pitching over the years, how they've got the most out of pitchers.
Yeah, I mean, he's absolutely right, and he felt that he had a better chance here. Think about Luke Weaver.
No, you're being...
Center field and deep, going back Bellinger, he has room, a lot of room.
Gotta be
out
caught for
there.
out number 2.
On the warning track, he makes the play.
Back pain.
Weaver's career took off coming over to the Yankees, and he was a starter that was struggling.
Yeah.
They put him in the bullpen, and
I mean,
he's the closer now.
I think he'll be
Somebody
fine.
felt like they use the analytics really well. They're really
That
smart
was a
there
fucking
with
terrifying
pitch
crash,
design
though.
and what to do, and I think his cutter has changed because he's been with the Yankees, and that's why he's using it a lot more.
There's Carlos Narvaez.
That was probably the hardest hit I've seen in the next gen.
There's that cutter, 84 miles an hour.
Yeah, Denny on his podcast, Denny said that he knew it was bad when they wouldn't even let them drive through the scene of the crash. Like, they immediately, like, red flagged the race. That's when he knew it was bad. Denny's podcast will be interesting this week.
Narvaez against the Yankees last weekend goes deep against Carlos Rodon.
Yeah, I mean, he has been a pleasant surprise for them. I mean, they expected, Connor Wong to be the everyday catcher, and he got off to a slow start, and then he got hurt, and Narvaez just kind of took over.
At least Ryan Truex is back. Yes, the good Truex.
He doesn't have as many at-bats as some of these other catchers that he's fighting against, and he's a very good defensive catcher as well.
2.1 WAR. The only catcher with a higher WAR is Cal Raleigh of the Mariners.
He's near the top of the league in framing and blocking. He throws well. And he's really hit well this year.
Three and one on Narvaez, the cleanup hitter for the Red Sox. Since the start of May, 31 games, hitting .327, 929 OPS. So going from the bench to the cleanup spot in the order.
That's a big jump.
Yep. And there's ball four.
Ball four. Got runners on first and second here. That'll bring up Roman Anthony. Looking for his first career home run.
Second round pick by the Red Sox. Consensus #1 prospect. All of the magazines and the websites say he's #1. In AAA this year, 58 games, 288, 10 home runs. He made his major league debut on Monday, and this is his first hit.
Got his first hit on Tuesday.
Take a look at where that ball is, Michael. That changeup is on the right line of the batter's box, the right-hander batter's box. And there's his family all excited for his first hit. It was a double in the left field corner, 2 RBIs, and they ended up winning that game 3-1. But he's got great plate coverage. In the minor leagues in the last 2 years, about 160 at-bats, he has hit .333 off the left-handers. He's actually hit left-handers better than right.
The Roman Empire.
This is the big leagues, and the lefties that are in the big leagues are really, really good.
Well, he's had 12 at-bats, and you saw his only hit. He's 1 for 12. Matt Blake comes
I saw that, but I don't know who that is. I think it's like some WWE girl.
And here is the guy who's 21 years old and 28 days. Don't want to rob him of that.
Tiffany Stratton.
Michael, do you know how many days you are? You know, you're 46 and how many days?
46 from your mouth. 64.
Oh.
So February 2nd to this date. And I don't know how many days. You stop counting at this age, Joe. Oh. It's shortly,
and that'll be grounded for out number 3. So Roman Anthony grounds out.
We have one at Fenway. Nothing.
That'll end the inning. We head to the second inning here in Boston, Massachusetts, in a tie scoreless ball game. Ooh, Jaden, what do we got here?
No matter what your latest obsession is, Verizon is obsessed with having you save on.
All right, so the Red Sox are leading the AL East in about a month when they win about 100 games in the next month. Even though that's not possible, they're still going to do it. They're going to have 1 million doubleheaders this month alone, and they're going to win every game, and they're going to be first in the AL East.
I mean, I'm all in.
Oh my gosh!
Manifest, baby! Looks like a murder happened when you get out. So, all right.
A vacation with Norwegian Cruise Line is so much more because there's more included. Like unlimited drinks, followed by amazing meals at amazing restaurants.
Plus free Wi-Fi. Oh, hey, Mom, I gotta go. I love you.
Did I mention unlimited drinks? Hello. And excursion credits so you can explore even more. I love more. Get more out of your vacation with Norwegian's More at Sea. Can I get more? Experience more with Norwegian. Activate your price range. If you've been thinking about upgrading your current vehicle, stop in and see why your friends, family, and neighbors are making the smart choice.
Let us help you find the vehicle you need at the price you want. We make it simple at Sharon Chevrolet, Route 31 in Clay.
Well, let's check out FanDuel's live and same-game parlay. Is Judge going to hit a home run? How about Wells getting a hit? Yarborough, will he get 5 or more strikeouts? Got some of the betting buffet in front of you.
Buddy.
Cody Bellinger. Pitch inside from Crochet.
Little message, I think, Michael. I mean, he's had a lot of success off of Crochet, 4 for 5 with a homer.
Shut the fuck up.
We see the Red Sox sporting their City Connect uniforms, and it's the color of the Green Monster. So, Red Sox in the front is in the signature hand-painted lettering that they have on the wall, with an encircled 8 logo on the sleeve derived from the hit and error scoring lights on the Monster. Not an A logo, a B logo.
And the significance of the yellow? Is there?
Yeah, players' numbers appear in yellow on the font, a nod to the Fisk and Pesky polls.
You guys are fucking stupid. The yellow on the jerseys is when you're in the current inning and you've scored runs. That's like how many runs is scored in the current inning.
I like it. I like the color combination.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate that.
You know, strangely, there's no Red Sox on any of them. The name of the team is the Red Sox.
There's no red on them.
Yeah.
Bitch, shut your bitch ass up.
Here's Anthony Volpe. Volpe 3 for 13 in Kansas City.
This is like listening to like Harvick do a solo broadcast.
Looper, and it's a base hit to center field. Yankee first base runner.
There's a base hit for Anthony Volpe.
This guy's got a really good fastball. And this looks like this cutter inside, and it gets in on him a little bit, but he doesn't go forward a lot. And he's able to hit it deep. He's able to muscle it over the second baseman's head for a single, and now he becomes a stolen base threat. As the Yankees ran on Crochet at Yankee Stadium, he's given up 9 stolen bases in his 14 starts. Only 4 caught. And that's not much of a move. But from the bench, we'd be yelling he's got a better one.
Red Sox do play at 7:15 tomorrow night on Fox, but like I said, I don't think I'll be able to be live for that.
Here's Dominguez.
Unless like it gets delayed, which could happen.
That's since May 6th.
That's probably not going to happen.
So his right-handed swing is something that he knows he has to work on. And they've started him against a lot of lefties.
I like it because the only way that swing is going to improve against left-handers is if he plays. And there's not a lot of left-handers in the American League, so there's not that many opportunities.
Popped up.
They're too close.
Gonzalez in foul territory puts it away.
They should just let me make all the schedules for all the sports. I would be perfect at it.
Here's DJ LeMahieu. In his last 9 games, his batting average has risen from 171 to 279. 12 hits and 27 at bats during that time. That's 444.
I think he's really important to this lineup because he's been a guy that over his career has killed left-handers. And yes, the Yankees have done very well against left-handers. They're number 1 in baseball when it comes to OPS. But it never hurts to have too many right-handed bats against these tough lefties. As we saw in that graphic, Skubal and Mackenzie Gore and Sale. You're going to see some tough pitchers.
Be rain in Mexico City, but at least it's a road course, yeah.
And you see how effectively he pitches up, and he's down with that sweeper and his changeup, and it's really a tough combination for the hitters. Gives them a lot of fits.
Hey, you know what? It's Pride Month. Good for them. Good for them.
Three and two on LeMahieu, so obviously Volpe will be going 3-2 and
Full count.
In this situation, if you're Volpe, you treat it like a hit and run. You make sure that he goes home before you go. Because you're not trying to steal this base. You're just in motion because it's 3-2, 2 outs.
Thanks for explaining baseball.
Gonzalez is playing behind Volpe, so should be able to get a little better jump. And that's the thing about Crochet, why he's so effective here.
Most basic
He's not
fucking
holding the air
concept.
very often, only 13% of the time.
Runner goes, fouled away. Gonzalez playing behind Volpe. And the pitch. Trevor Story will throw it to first, get LeMahieu, and that will do it. No runs a hit, and one man left on base. Go to the bottom of the second. It's time for New York Yankees baseball. This is going to be fun.
This is the new Dell AI PC with Intel inside. A PC so ahead of its time, it actually helps you save time. Like literal hours. Because it does all your busy work for you. So you can get busy doing things you actually want to do. And who wouldn't want more time for that?
Dear sharp curves. Don't spin your wheels. With more all-wheel drive sedans than any other brand, you can bet your bottom dollar we're sharper than ever. Because man, we got traction. Yours, Toyota Sedans.
Lease a new 2025 Corolla for just $199 a month, or lease the 2025 Camry with all-wheel drive for just $299 a month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Check out the Mohegan Sun team scouting report. The last time, the only other time, that the Yankees have started three left-handers in a series of three or more, Ron Guidry, Tommy John, and Dave Righetti. And the Yankees lost two of the three. Righetti got the win, 5-3. That's the last time the Yankees started lefties in all three games of a series at Fenway Park back in 1982.
I think the Yankees would be happy to get in some one-run games with the Red Sox.
Yeah.
Because they're 7-17 right now in one-run games. They've struggled in those games. Partially probably because of their defense a little bit. And
Here's the bottom of the second.
Feast or famine.
Trevor Story takes out. So, I was talking with Aaron Boone on the bench before the game. Just about when I was growing up, teams would avoid starting lefties at Fenway Park because of the Green Monster. Now doesn't seem like it's an issue at all. And I said, is it that pitchers have changed or has the game changed? And he said both. He said because now you can start a lefty and give him different weapons and different instruments to get people out.
Well, I think you look at the Red Sox starting rotation, it's pretty right-handed dominant. And I think that's why, because of the lefties here.
Line drive.
And there's a base hit for Trevor Story. He'll get in there with a single.
1 for 3 the other day against Yarborough at Yankee Stadium. He had a double and the bases clearing double. And he's kind of starting to heat up again. He was really good the first 23 games. And then his next 43 games, he hit 170 with a 490 OPS. But recently, he's been 10 for his last 24 in the last 6 games. They would love to get him going again.
You know, a lot of the chatter in Boston when he was in that slump was it's trying to eat the contract. You know, it's a sunk cost, but you got to give baseball players some time to breathe. It doesn't get decided quickly.
No, it doesn't. There's a reason players have average, because you're going to have better months and you're going to have worse. You have to have a bad month. But again, he's starting to heat up again, and it's just another valuable event. And even through all those bad times, he's fourth in the AL RBIs for shortstops for 34. That's not too bad. On pace for about 80.
Good changeup.
Abraham Toro's been another surprise for them. I mean, you look at him, he's hit 330. He's like a lifetime 230 hitter.
You know, it's called a May 3rd, and he's been doing damage. Yarborough had Story stepping back toward first on that delivery.
2-2 count.
Yeah, I never trust base runners, because you don't really know what's going on. They're trying to set you up. You think you got him figured out. He's not going to run on me, and then you get a little bit lazy. Don't trust any base runner.
There he goes. Swung on a miss. And Wells could not handle it. On the transfer to the throwing hand, the ball popped up. So a stolen base for Trevor Story is 11th of the year.
Yeah. Again, it's just kind of that cat and mouse game, and you act like you don't have it. And what happens is when it's low and in, it's a long transfer. You have to bring your glove a long way to your throwing hand, to your throwing shoulder, and it's important that you stay low, or the exchange gets really long and it gives you a lot of time to lose the baseball. Be careful here at first pitch. He is number one in swinging at the first pitch. Over 50% of the time he swings at the first pitch. So I think you try to expand early in the count to this kid.
Joe, on the stolen base, Toro crossed over in front of home plate.
You have to
if
throw
Wells
it.
had thrown, do you think that would have been interference?
If you hit him, you have to hit him. And I always thought that was basically a bad rule. You have to make an attempt at the throw. And a lot of times you don't attempt because you're afraid you're going to get hurt. So you're going to see him step across the plate.
But that's a terrible rule because your throw can still be effective. In front of you.
I agree. There's a lot of rules, Michael, as you know, I don't like.
Up the middle and through for a base.
There you go. There's a base hit. Sedon. And Trevor Story coming in to score. That'll make it a 1-0 ball game. Let's fucking go, boys. Fuck the Yankees.
Yeah, just a ball in the middle of the plate. It's down. But his chase zones are usually up in the zone or away off the plate. And he ends up just hitting a ground ball through the middle. And he's another young player, only 24 years old. But he stays on this pitch. He just drives it up the middle, hits it hard past Yarborough, and it's an easy score for Story, who's got really good speed. And now you got to worry about Rafaela stealing. He is 10 for 10 as well.
There's Campbell. And they haven't picked off. And the tag is made by Volpe.
Yeah, that'll be out number 2.
So Rafaela is out. 1-3-6. Caught stealing.
Yeah, he's going on first movement here. He's acting like he's going back again. He's trying to pull the pitcher like, I'm going to go back. So if you throw over, I'm going back. But he takes off. And it's an easy pick. And it's a nice throw by Goldschmidt. You see him come into the base. Clears a lane for himself to throw it. Volpe gets on the inside, so he has a lane. Easy tag.
That one's looped into left center field. Coming on, Dominguez, and he makes the
And that'll be out number 3.
For the final out of the inning. Red Sox, 1 run, 2 hits, and nobody left on base. We played 2.
A blind spot that's never out of sight. How it should be. The Hyundai Tucson.
Lease a Hyundai Tucson for $259 a month for 36 months, or get 3.99% APR for 72 months. Hurry in. It's ShopRite's 3-day super sale. Get porterhouse or T-bone steaks just $8.99 a pound, and bowl and basket sausage just $1.99 a pound. The 3-day super sale, this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Only at ShopRite. We are here.
This summer in New York State, there's everything to love. From cityscapes to green lakes. Whatever moves you. inspires you, recharges you, you'll find it here. New York State, everything you love. Plan your summer getaway at iloveny.com.
Meta, bust rate Frank again.
Bummer. Last time you got a replacement Frank at Fins and Friends.
What time do they close?
Looks like 5 p.m.
Let's go get us another Frank.
A third row that feels like first class, how it should be. The Hyundai Palisade.
Lease a Hyundai Palisade SE for $369 a month, or step up to the limited or calligraphy and get $27.50 bonus cash. Hurry in.
Well, calling all superheroes, we need you for Play Ball Weekend. Your mission is to step up to the plate, whether at your favorite ballpark or in your own backyard. Register for an event with your local team or play on your own. Learn more at playball.org/weekend. You'll see the side of the cap on all the players. It says Play Ball. Pitch to Austin Wells is a strike. Home run and 6 ribbies in the 3-game set in Kansas City, 3 for 8. And he started him off at Yankee Stadium with a cutter, and he hit a 3-run homer. So tonight he starts him with a sinker in and goes right to that sweeper, which has great depth. And it's opposite sides of the plate coming out of the same angle. One's running into you, one's running away, and it's really hard for hitters to adjust to.
That's strike 3.
Overpowered Wells.
Austin Wells strikes out there. He sucks.
Yeah, now he moves ahead of Skubal with a strikeout lead in the American League. You're right, Michael. He threw a sinker that was up in the zone that had a little run back into him, and it's just really tough to catch up to. Oswald Peraza takes low. They gave Chisholm another day. The groin feels okay, but with the lefty on the mound, good chance you'll see maybe Chisholm tomorrow. Saw him doing a lot out there today. He was shuffling with the trainers. He was doing some quick starts, like he was stealing. He was taking ground balls. So he did a lot of work today. I think you're right. I expect to see him tomorrow, Michael, if everything checks back okay. Here's some of the drills that he was going through earlier. Did you do that today, Michael? No. I sat in the car for 3.5 hours driving here. Did you drive like that? In and out of the cones? No. Very straight. Very responsible. Crochet walks Peraza. Now, Crochet is known, Joe, I wonder if you like this in a player, as a baseball junkie. He has no hobbies. His only hobby is baseball, which happens to be his profession. And Alex Cora has a team over to his home in spring training every year for barbecue. And Crochet's talking baseball, and he was the thing that wouldn't leave. And finally, Alex Cora said, "You got to go. We got to go to bed." But he loves to talk baseball. That's what he's all about. He was their big pickup during the offseason. I don't have a problem with that. Yeah. He's very serious about his craft. You know, he came out of college, went right to the big leagues. It was during the COVID year, so there was no minor leagues. Then he ended up having Tommy John and missing a couple seasons, but he was a reliever early on, and they made him a starter last year. He was fantastic, and it's just carried over. That one's driven out to right center field, off the bat of Goldschmidt going.
There you go, nice.
Makes the play.
That'll be caught for out number 2. Jason Dominguez has to go back to first. That's not Dominguez. I think it was Cabrera.
Anthony is a center fielder by trade, but he's because of Rafaela in center. He is playing right field. Had an error the other night on a ground ball to him. He kind of whiffed it, and it was on his left side, and his glove was too far back. But he's a great young talent, and you're probably going to see him for a lot of years to come. Ton of power, too. A little tidbit on him. You know what his dad's name is? No. Anthony. Wow. Yeah. Really? Yep. Someone likes that name. Bryce calls time. Fly ball left field. Ref Snyder. Oh, he cannot make the play.
Dude, it wasn't
To the
that.
wall. The ball and the wall arrived at the same time, and he could not haul it in.
Man, I would hate to be a left fielder here. I mean, you think about, there is no room. It's like Yankee Stadium down the line, and you have to protect yourself a little bit. And he actually overran it a little bit but that wall is not going to give. That's a hard wall. That's concrete right behind it. And you got to protect yourself. It's just a very difficult left field.
Yeah, that'll be grounded to first for out number 3. There you go. That'll bring us to the bottom of the third. In a 1-0 ball game, Red Sox have the lead here at Fenway Park in Boston, Massachusetts.
What's that? It's electric. You are electric.
It isn't electric unless it makes you feel something. A luxury EV should understand that. The all-electric Lexus RZ.
Get special offers on select Lexus RZ models.
Discover the newest hidden treasure at Mohegan Sun. Beauty and Essex. Enter through the pawn shop and indulge in a night of surprises in an unforgettable atmosphere. With shared experiences and shared plates, curated by Chef Chris Santos. Beauty and Essex, now open at Mohegan Sun. Make your reservation today.
Oh my God.
This island was the research facility for the original Jurassic Park.
Any dinosaur's too dangerous.
We're left here.
Jurassic World, rated PG-13. Get tickets now.
It is time for Pinstripe Pride, brought to you by Toyota, the official hybrid vehicles of the Yankees. And tonight's picture is of Cody, Dylan, and Tyler, who got Giancarlo Stanton's autograph during the Somerset Patriots game on Thursday. Use the hashtag Toyota Pinstripe Pride. Mention yes in pictures you post to social media to reflect your love for the Bronx Bombers. We might spotlight you in a future game. Meredith, there was some thought that Stanton had a chance to be here for this weekend series, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen.
Well, Michael, he played 3 games in a row for the Somerset Patriots, so you expected that even if he were going to be here in Boston, he would not be activated tonight. But Aaron Boone said that he was at the stadium just kind of getting some treatment, going through a few things. And while he
Strike one to Rob Rushsider.
out for this series, it does not seem like that is going to happen. Now, never say never with the Yankees and with Giancarlo Stanton, but it seems as though it's still going to take a little bit more time. He's been talking with the training staff, going through everything, talking with Aaron Boone, but Michael, ultimately, no decision has been made on Giancarlo Stanton.
Yep, scheduled to play a rehab game in Somerset. That is tomorrow. That's the injury report brought to you by Montefiore Einstein, the official hospital of New York Yankees. Now, when he's been injured before, he likes to work off the traject machine, which really does approximate what a real pitcher gives you. But, Joe, this time there's one variable that it didn't come into play the other times. He had no spring training this year.
No, he didn't. And I like what the Yankees are doing. I think if you're bringing back tonight, you're rushing him. He's played 3 days in a row. He's 3 for 11. I mean, you think about a guy in spring training usually gets somewhere between 50 and 60 at bats, and he's only has 11. You can do a lot off a traject machine, but it's not like facing. It's not exactly like facing big league pitching. So I like what they're doing. I would expect you'll see him early next week in the series against maybe the Angels, and he should be ready to go. I mean, Rafael Devers had like 15 at-bats in spring training. Started the year 0 for 19 with 15 strikeouts. So I think players need to get their time.
And guys, here's the good news on that front. Aaron Boone said that he's checked all the boxes when it comes to how he's feeling physically. So there's not anything more he needs to do, Joe. Just to your point, he needs to see a little bit more pitching and feel comfortable coming back to the Major League level.
3-2 has popped up. LeMahieu will take it.
That'll be caught for out number 1.
And when you get him back, you want him for the long haul. Like if this is September, I understand. But there's a lot of baseball left to be played. 3.5 months. And I mean, when he's healthy, he does a ton of damage. He had a good year last year. Fantastic postseason. 7 home runs in 14 games. So get him back healthy, and then you get him in the lineup almost every day.
And won the MVP in the ALCS against the Guardians. 1-0 Red Sox. Here's Devers. 1-0 count.
Come on,
I'm
Raffy.
sure Abraham Toro's glad he's not here. The ground balls he hits by the infielders on the left side are some of the hardest balls I've ever seen hit.
Yankees have to be careful with Devers. Since 2017, he has 30 home runs against the Yankees. By far more than anybody else. The closest to him is Vlad with 21 during that time.
Yeah,
30 home runs.
That's a lot of home runs. The one that sticks out to me is the one he hit off of Aroldis Chapman his rookie year, and I was like, really? 101 or whatever it was up in the zone, and you were like, uh-oh. It's like the Red Sox have something.
A little bit of a source of controversy up here in Beantown is that Devers doesn't want to play the field after he wanted to play third base.
Bro, shut the hell up.
But a late signing of Bregman, and they said, you're going to be the DH. Then when Tristan Casas got hurt, they said to him, would you play first? He said, no. He said, I was going to be the DH. Kind of put Alex Cora in a little bit of a bad spot as well, but he's been hitting great, and they don't want to upset that. But they do need a first baseman. Joe, I wonder, is there anything a manager can do? Can you demand that somebody do it?
No, you can't demand it, because if you demand that he does it, he's not going to have his heart into it, and you're probably not going to get really good play. And there's a couple ways to look at that. You can say, well, aren't you supposed to do whatever it is to help the team? In his mind, he might be saying, I just figured this DH thing out. I don't want to go back to the field for a month.
It's a full count to Raffy here.
Go back to DHing and having to figure it out again. I'm comfortable with what I'm doing. I'm productive, so let's stay there.
Peraza gets Devers.
Because there's a lot of hitters that have a hard time adjusting to the DH role. And it takes some months. Some guys really never adjust very well to it. And I think going in and out of that role can be really difficult. In spring training, he was playing the field some days. But, and he didn't have a whole lot of at-bats. But since he's been here at the start of the season, it's been all DH.
I know it's become a big thing around baseball. A lot of people have talked about it, and they keep bringing up, well, look at Mookie Betts. He plays wherever the Dodgers want him to play. Look what Aaron Judge did last year to accommodate Juan Soto. He moved to center field. Now, players do that.
Well, yes, they do, and there are players who don't do that. I've asked players to do things, and they've said they're not comfortable. And you don't ever talk about, like, why you didn't do that, because you don't want to embarrass the player, but this became public. I think that was the difficult part about it, because sometimes, you know, they talked about him going to first base. Maybe he's not comfortable going to first base. People think first base is easy. It's a tough position.
Chop left side. Peraza not in time as Gonzalez beat it out.
Where there's some of that weak contact we talked about up at Yarborough, and Peraza actually makes a really good play here. He charges it hard. He gets rid of it quickly. He actually gets something on the throw, but Gonzalez just beats it. Gets out of the box really well because he was reaching for the ball. And players can snip those hits, Michael. We always run a little bit faster when we snip a hit. It's a bang, bang play. He almost got it. I don't think there was really much more they could do. One of the things that they talked about Narvaez, he's having a great year, but he's hit 358 batted balls in play. That would be in the top 10 in baseball. And a lot of times, those are guys like Aaron Judge who hit the ball so hard that it gets through the infield. Giancarlo Stanton, there aren't a lot of outs. I mean, he's had a really good year. I don't want to take anything away from him, but it's really high. Is there a correction coming?
Man up first, 2 men out. 0-1 count on Narvaez. High pop up. Home run in a silo, but it's an out, and Volpe's glove, and that'll do it. No runs a hit, and 1 man left. Let's go to the 4th.
Let's do this.
Introducing Chevy's best lineup of SUVs ever. The rugged, always-ready Trailblazer, the Traverse Z71, and the Chevy Trax, starting at $21,795. When it's your time to shine, Chevy's got you. Current qualified lessees can get this 2025 Trax for around $279 a month. See your Central New York Chevy dealers.
Dear sharp curves. Don't spin your wheels. With more all-wheel drive sedans than any other brand, you could bet your bottom dollar we're sharper than ever. Because man, we got traction. Yours, Toyota Sedans.
Lease a new 2025 Corolla for just $199 a month. Or lease the 2025 Camry with all-wheel drive for just $299 a month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Why do I ride?
I like doing dangerous things safely.
I ride because I can't imagine not.
I'm kind of a gearhead.
I love being lost. There's no way I'm putting a GPS on my bike.
Ease in the breeze, man. It's like, there's nothing like it.
There's a love for riding that can't be explained unless you ride. And if you're ever injured on a motorcycle, we're ready to help. Hurt on a motorcycle? Call William Attar, 444-4444.
It is time for the Audi Electric Moment. Experience a fully electric Audi vehicle. Your local Tri-State Audi dealer today. Last year, July 26th, against Zach Kelly, 470 feet. 6th longest home run in the Aaron Judge songbook.
There was always an obnoxious teammate the next day who will go up to Zach Kelly and say, how'd you hold it? I would never do that, but...
Cadillac scoreboard, you see the Red Sox leading 1-0. There's Zach Kelly.
It still only counts as one, so what's the difference?
So 0-1 count to Aaron Judge.
You know, he hit the one in Kansas City that we showed from the store, and Reggie said that distance was too short. Reggie was at the game.
I agree.
He said it's over 500 feet. And Judge is punched out. Pitch inside.
Aaron Judge sucks.
I think, to me, sometimes what's more impressive of the average he hits for, you think about the strike zone that he has to coverage because he's 6'7", 6'8", and this is in his strike zone.
Taylor Swift is awesome.
He has to cover a lot more than most hitters do.
Grounded right side, Campbell to Gonzalez. So yesterday, Judge got the day off, first day off of the year. He ended up pinch hitting later on in the game and struck out. Joe, how tough is that for a manager? Because he doesn't want to sit out. He's hitting 490 whatever. Is it, I mean, okay, this is for your own good, Aaron? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I'm sure they had a discussion. I'm sure Aaron fought it, but Aaron Judge. But I think Aaron did the right thing, sticking to his guns, knowing that he wanted him in right field tonight. It's a long night. They didn't probably land until like 4:30 in the morning. Everyone got to bed about 5 a.m.
Making excuses?
And we need this guy to be healthy the whole year because he's the most important component on our team. So he hasn't had a day off. He's swinging it really well, and a lot of times you want to give a hitter a day off when they're going well, because if they're going bad, what ends up happening is they go on and take 500 swings in the cage. He hit 4 homers in his last 3 starts, so I think it was the right move. They have to protect him a little bit.
Isn't it better, though, to give him a day off when he's a little cold? I mean, he had a run in each of the first 2 games.
Because what I'm talking about, they'll go and take 500 swings in the cage, and it's not a day off.
Right.
You know, so he feels good about where he's at, so he probably didn't do much, which is what you want him to do on a day off.
And that'll bring us to the bottom of the 4th.
Yankees go down in order, we go to the bottom of the 4th.
Yankees suck, dude.
Look closely at this truck. You'll see hard work, a great adventure, and so much more. Inside and out, it's designed for the family, the road trip, and the most demanding job. The Ford F-150. It's time to see Ford in a new light. Right now, get employee pricing on a Ford F-150, plus $3,000 renewal cash for returning owners, only at your local Ford stores.
Life moves fast. With Citizens, you're ready for anything.
Guess we're going to the championship.
Ready to go solar?
And prepared for most everything.
She got in.
Let's get you ready for what's next. Make sense of your money with Citizens.
A history of winning started with the 65 Gators, losing steam, losing sweat. The solution? A drink that hydrates better than water and changed the game forever.
Naturally, we called our stuff Gatorade.
Spot that's never out of sight. How it should be. The Hyundai Tucson.
Lease a Hyundai Tucson for $259 a month for 36 months, or get 3.99% APR for 72 months. Hurry in.
Well, this Father's Day, join the Yes Network as we honor the bond of baseball that spans generations and get a special look at the father-son stories inside the Yankees organization. Watch the premiere of Father's Day Across Generations Sunday after Yankees coverage on Yes and the Gotham Sports app. And it's the captain's first Father's Day. Cadillac scoreboard 1-0 Red Sox.
Here's Roman Anthony. Grounded out in the first.
ESPN.com by Wright Thompson.
It's 3 RBIs already.
Judge and his wife don't have any help. No nanny, no nurse, anything like that. His daughter sleeps great at night, but doesn't nap. Oh. Anthony hits one.
Roman Anthony, that's going to be caught. For out number 1.
I remember sitting
That was well hit, though.
Food table with David Robertson he was talking about, my wife's having her first baby soon, and I was like, your life's going to change. He said, no, my life's not going to change. He said, no, I'll be able to do all the same things. I said, no, you're going to see, and you're going to find that there's a level of fatigue that you've never experienced before in your life. I said, what are you talking about? So he goes to the White Sox, and we trade for him, and he comes back a couple years later.
There's a I thought Story had that. Wow, that was a great play, I won't lie.
A backhanded scoop by Goldschmidt and a great play in the hole.
And I love what Volpe did here. He caught it and got rid of it so quickly that it gave Paul Goldschmidt a lot of time to read this ball. This ball's hit really hard. It's a great one-hop throw, and Goldschmidt's able to stretch towards the right fielder to make this play. It's a great play, like you said, on both sides, Michael. Look at this. I mean, he really picks the ball extremely well. He's been playing there a long time and has had a lot of practice, and Ryan Yarbrough really appreciates it. Getting back to David Robertson, he comes back like 3 years later, 2 years, and they're having another baby. And I said, remember what we talked about? He's like, yeah, I do. But my life has changed.
There was a story in The Athletic by Rick Giroli, and talked about how tough it is on baseball players because a lot of their season, the beginning and the end, the families aren't with them unless they homeschool the kids. And there are many players that homeschool up to 4 or 5 kids, take them on the road and homeschool. That's work. As Toro is retired, the Red
All right,
Sox
well,
1, 2, 3. We'll go to the fifth.
That'll bring us to the 5th inning here in a 1-0 ball game. Scores from around the league. Blue Jays and Phillies are playing in Philadelphia. The Phillies are up 4-0 in the bottom of the 5th. The Marlins and the Nationals are playing in Washington, D.C. The Marlins are beating the Nationals 6-2 in the top of the 4th. Tigers and the Reds are playing in Detroit. They're at the about to start the 4th inning. Tigers up 2-1. The Rays and the Mets are playing in New York. The Rays are up 1-0 in the bottom of the 4th. The Rockies and the Braves are playing in Atlanta. Rockies up 2-1 at the end of the 3rd inning. White Sox and Rangers just got underway. They're at the top of the 1st in Texas. It's a scoreless ball game. Twins and Astros are about to start from Houston. Cardinals and Brewers about to start from Milwaukee. And then the Orioles game against the Angels, supposed to start at 7:08, is still in a rain delay. And then the Royals and Athletics game, they're in a delay, but that's not an actual delay. It's just because they're doing a ceremony on the field. Alex Gordon, Royals Hall of Fame induction ceremony. But yeah, this is my favorite of the games that are happening because it's Red Sox Yankees.
Specially tagged 2025 Sportage and Sorrento vehicles.
Time for pitching decisions presented by Sage.
Well, his fastball's been electric tonight. He's pitched up in the zone really effectively. 98 there, 96 up to Wells, and there's that nasty sweeper that's got more depth than the average, 3.1 inches more than the average.
Audi scored 1-0 Red Sox. How about this, Joe? Last inning, the 4th inning, Crochet got the Yankees in order on 8 pitches. Yarborough said, yeah, hold my beer. He got the Red Sox on 6 pitches.
Yeah, they do it different ways. You look at Crochet, it's power, and he's coming right at you. And Yarborough's got that funk where he throws.
You've never ever watched baseball before?
Time, and you never get the same look twice.
What? You've never watched baseball before?
Let's check out Coors Light beating the pressure on Garrett Crochet. 7th in ERA in the American League, 2nd in strikeout percentage, and 6th in WAR.
Yeah, that graphic needs to change. That strikeout, it's going up and up. He leads the American League now in strikeouts, but percentage he goes down.
So it's a 3-0 count.
I mean, you got to love playing behind him. He challenges the hitters. He goes right at him.
Left side, Toro. And the throw throws Gonzalez on the bag, allowing Dominguez to reach. Dominguez hustling down the line made that play.
He's a lot faster than what he looks. And Toro does a decent job. I mean, this is not his natural position. They have so many players playing not the same place all the time or not their natural position. And you look at, he gets out of the box really well, runs hard, and just keeps running hard, and he ends up being safe.
That'll be a throwing error.
Yeah, their 62nd air of the year. And I saw something the other day where they've given up more unearned runs this year already than the 2019 team, the World Series team, did the whole year.
Runner goes, going to second. Out of time, stolen base for Dominguez.
Yeah, and you see Story saying, hey, maybe take a look at that because he slid over the bag. And I've noticed that he does that, and he has to make sure that he keeps his body on the bag. His Story keeps the tag on him because I'm going to stay with it, I'm going to stay with it. And you wonder if there's a little separation between his body and the bag, and that's why you keep the tag. Looks like he keeps his hand on the bag. Oh. Looks like they're not reviewing.
There's a base hit to right field.
And that's going to be a base hit. Dominguez stops at third, so it's still a 1-0 ball game.
Well, that's what DJ does. He knows he has a job to do is to get the runner over, but he gets a little bonus because he hits the ball through the hole at first and second. And you see Anthony not playing very deep. He comes and gets this ball really well, and he's got a good arm. And I think if there was 1 or 2 outs, they might send him, but because there were none, they didn't.
So here's Austin Wells, a chance to tie the game. The first and third, nobody out. We're in the 5th inning. It's 1-0 Red Sox. And a strike.
If you're Austin Wells here, you want to try to stay.
Rafa, have you really never watched baseball before?
Because the middle infielders are back. Third base is in. First base is holding the runner at first, so he is in.
And quickly, Crochet gets ahead 0-2.
He's went up and away, and he's went up middle. I gotta believe that sweeper's coming soon. See it runs on deck. Yeah.
Wells calls time. Yankees have 2 hits, the Red Sox have 3. And the one Red Sox error looms large right now. That's Dominguez at third. Struck him out. There's a breaking ball. Wells down on strike second time. LeMahieu picks up that hit. He's at first base right now. And cooking up something special with Hexclad. Join the hybrid revolution at hexclad.com. Last 10 games, 6 ribbies, a 448 average. Finally healthy, playing a lot, making the most of it. Here's Peraza. Rip foul.
That's the impressive thing about Crochet. Even with runners in scoring position, he's still coming right at you. If you're the Yankees, you have to make sure that you get a really good swing at a four-seamer because you're probably not going to hit his sweeper. His changeup, the average is really low. Coming into the game, guys were 5 for 51 off the sweeper. Here in Grunting, 98 at the top of the zone. It's just hard to get on top of it. 5 for 51, 4 singles, 1 double. So there's not even any damage on it.
And the 0-2. Swing and a miss. 96, 98, 97 to get Peraza.
Yeah, and all at the top of the zone, Michael. And, you know, basically, it's about as high as you can go and it still be called a strike. And he's been really...
See Garrett Crochet struggling in this inning? I mean, kinda. Not really. I mean, giving up a few base runners, but I feel like he's going to get out of it. He's still... His pitch count is very low for where he should be at this game, you know.
Goldie has thrived in these situations, hitting .391 with runners in scoring position.
He's all good.
Yeah, you're combining the 2 best parts of his game. Runners in scoring position, hitting against lefties. Came into the game hitting .444 against left-handed pitching.
Drove the ball pretty well last time to right field. Anthony made a pretty good catch in the gap. He tries to go that way again.
Yeah, Sox offense has not shown up much tonight.
Grounded to third, and then that fly ball into the right center field that Anthony ran down.
You know, we can win a 1-0 ball game.
3-0. He knows he has the lefty Rice on deck.
Yeah, and feels that challenging Goldschmidt in this situation is not a good idea. He's got Ben Rice to ground out in short. Interesting enough, Ben
Now the
Rice
Nationals game is in a delay. The Angels and Orioles game just got started.
Top of the fifth, 1-0, Red Sox. Chopped over the mound, charging, Story, Fields, fires. The stretch.
Nice.
Just nabs Goldschmidt. Well, the Yankees had a golden opportunity. Strikeout, and then a ground ball to the left side as Goldschmidt ends the threat.
Welcome back to Papa John's. No finer things in life, like ordering more to save more off the Papa Parents menu. It's all $6.99. You got a brownie. Why are you whispering?
We're making you Papa Pairings for $6.99 each. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Kick back. It's smooth streaming ahead with Fios premium channels. Get ready for an unpredictable world. Murder with a family twist. A trip back in time to the mean streets of Harlem. Family drama.
I can tell if somebody is lying. Larry!
Let me show you something.
What did you say? I mean, I'm all in.
Oh my gosh! You're out of sex, baby! Looks like a murder happened one day. I was on the edge of my seat.
All right.
In your price range. And if you've been thinking about upgrading your current vehicle, stop in and see why your friends, family, and neighbors are making the smart choice. Let us help you find the vehicle you need at the price you want. We make it simple at Sharon Chevrolet, Route 31 in Clay.
At Upstate Medical University, an average day is anything but average. 500 patients are cared for at an Upstate Cancer Center. 60 surgeries happen. 65 children are in the hospital close to their family. Over 300 emergency and trauma patients are treated. 300 research projects are underway. 1,600 students receive life-changing education, and our workforce of 12,000 is changing and saving lives. We are Upstate.
It's time to name that Yankee. Brought to you by Prevision, made for your brain. Pretty good career there. 1,992 hits, 271 home runs. Played for the Red Sox, the Brewers, the Red Sox again, the Royals, and finished his career.
Why is the Red Sox offense struggling to hit the ball out of the park at home this year? I don't know.
We'll give you some time. Audi scoreboard, 1-0 Red Sox.
I mean, we did in that one game
Takes inside.
against the Orioles where he won fucking like 19-5, I think it was. Had a 13-run inning.
Nice bounce back by Yarbrough from his start against the Red Sox last week and gave up 8 runs in 4 innings. Just 1 run in 4 innings so far.
You know, interesting enough against Yarbrough and the Red Sox, the damage has come from the bottom of the order. The 5 hitters that he faced, the bottom 5 in the game in New York, they were 7 for 11. This game, the RBI came from the number 8 hole, and the run came from the 6 hole. It's the bottom of the order that's given him fits.
Two and two.
It's amazing to me that the guy that's fastball averages 85.6, just because of deception and arm angle and hiding the ball, can be so effective and get in on hitters like that. You would think with these guys facing 98 every day that you would be able to do that, but that's what deception does, and it's a different look.
Dude.
And he's made a great career, and it's been very positive for the Yankees.
Swing and a miss.
That'll be strike 3. Sit down, Rafaela.
stats on Yarborough. 3.9% barrel rate this season. That's second in the majors to Ranger Suarez of the Phillies, who's at 1.6. A lot of soft contact.
A lot of soft contact, and most of it comes in the air, but I think it's because he hides the ball so well. He's got a really good changeup. You expect his fastball to come down. It does not. At times it's almost like an upshoot. What Alex Cora said about Christian Campbell, where he was the AL Rookie of the Month in April. In his last 32 games, he's hitting 167. And he said, it's the big leagues. They make adjustments to you, and you have to adjust back. And that's 4 or 5 days he's kind of swung the bat a little bit better. This is not an easy game, and it doesn't take the league much time to find out where your holes are, and they expose them really quickly. And you got to close the holes.
Well, the Red Sox, they were convinced early. They signed him.
3-1 count.
Right away.
Christian Campbell.
Great opening week, but since then, signing the deal, he's in a huge slump.
Shut up. He had a really good April. It wasn't just the first week, you fucking asshole.
He's in and like who he's being compared to. He was minor league player of the year last year. 24 was Holiday, 23 was Henderson, 22 was Bobby Witt Jr. It's a pretty impressive company.
Driven down the right field line. Foul. So let me ask you a baseball evaluation question. We look at Yarborough, the softest fastball average in the majors, and he gets people out. And we said earlier, people say he's got big-time guts. Would you rather have a guy like that has big-time guts, or a guy who throws 99 and doesn't have guts?
I want the guy with guts. The guy that figures out how to get people out.
But can't you teach 99 guts?
I think you can teach him how to get people out. I don't know if you can teach him guts, though. Okay.
Campbell works a wall.
Because there's a lot of guys that throw 97 to 100 that don't have successful careers.
Jonathan Loizaga, he's up for the Yankees. There's Ref Snyder. And a strike.
And I think what happens a lot of times with pitchers like this, they're in every organization. They a lot of times don't move as quick because you have to prove it over and over that you can really get people out. You're probably not going to jump from A ball to the big leagues in 1 year where you might see a power pitcher do it. You're going to have to prove it at A ball. You're going to have to prove it at Double A. You're going to have to prove it at Triple A. You can really have a successful career like he has had, but I think you have to prove yourself more when you're coming up.
And I think it also impacts people getting drafted because the scout could say, listen, he threw 101, so
yes,
it kind of covers your backside.
Well, and I think they figure that they can teach him to throw strikes, someone that throws 101, or they can teach him a breaking ball or a secondary pitch. And if you can't, at least he could be a closer because at 101, 102, you can probably do it as a closer. But here, you have to have 4 or 5 pitches, which he does. He's able to throw to both sides of the plate. He's able to throw in and out. He's able to change speeds.
I wonder, Joe, that in this 2025 baseball, if Greg Maddux can get up to the big leagues quick, or if he can get drafted, because he never threw hard.
Yeah, I would say the chances are a lot less.
Ref Snyder with a fly ball right field on the run as Judge didn't play on. Campbell held up, didn't know if Judge was going to make the play, so he'll stop at second. That's a single for Ref Snyder.
Yeah, this could be his last hitter as Loizaga is up on the bullpen and he's left-handed. This is a cutter that he jams him on. And it's unfortunate because it's soft contact, but it's just fading away from Aaron Judge when he can't make that play. And seeing Goldschmidt point, but and it looked like he had a chance, and that's why you saw the indecision by Christian Campbell. Judge Smart comes up, makes a really good throw to second base. Very accurate arm. So Matt Blake talking things over. So they'll let Yarborough deal with Devers, and then they might bring in Loaisiga. Yeah, he's done a decent job on Devers. 7 for 31 in his career. He's given up 1 home run to him. It's his last start. But Devers has been a Yankee killer, and Yarborough's done a pretty good job on him. Pitched him in a lot tonight with that sinker up and in. Raphael has power to left field as well, and not just a pull power. He has power, and I think that's why they've been crowding him a lot. So if they do something different the third time through. Now Devers has only 2 home runs in his last 18 games, but unfortunately for the Yankees, both against the Yankees. Yeah, I'm knocking on wood there. Started with a pretty good cutter, and his cutter has stays on the same plane. It doesn't have any depth to it, and I think hitters swing underneath it a lot. Check out the bullpen budget brought to you by Citizens. Make sense of your money with Citizens. So Devin Williams not available tonight, you would think, after pitching in 2 straight games. Same thing with Leiter. I guess they could go to Hill. He threw 19 pitches, but they could go to Hill today. And Loaisiga is warming right now. Sneaking in behind Campbell. Not in time. Yeah, you're trying to get outs any way you can, and obviously this is a timing play. Came from the bench probably. Changed his mind on that sign. It looked like he had given him a sign and he decided to change his mind. 2 guys up in case he does some damage here. You probably go to Hamilton. Stays this score, you'll see Loaisiga. 1 and 2 on Devers. And I love what he's done. The first 2 at-bats, he threw him a ton of fastballs in, sinkers in. He moved him off the plate. It's been 2 cutters and a sweeper, all away from him. Strike 3.
Not strike 3.
That'll be the last batter for Yarborough.
Ryan Yarborough's coming out of the game. He sucks.
Just a fastball. He was probably sitting breaking ball, thinking that he was going to see another.
Also, didn't do a terrible job tonight,
he knows, and he's like,
but did not go far.
And I guessed wrong. Looks like they'll go to Loaisiga to try to get out Romy Gonzalez. So maybe now Cora goes to the bench.
Still looking for a new job?
Just found out my dad's sister's husband is golfing buddies with the CEO of a great company, so basically I got a job.
Sounds promising. Indeed helps you match based on what you know, not who you know.
Oh, thank goodness. I don't even know if he exists, to be honest.
Since 1983, Nissan has been assembling vehicles for you, right here in America. We're committed to keeping our lineup affordable and free from new tariffs. That's why we've lowered MSRP on our best-selling Rogue and Pathfinder. So you can get the car you want, at the price you want, knowing Nissan is here for you at the Nissan Summer Sales Event.
Now get 0% APR financing for 60 months on Rogue or Pathfinder, or get a low $239 per month lease on Rogue.
Did someone take some of my candles? They're not all here.
Check it out with PayPal.
You can pay your own way. I'm still in here. This is the only time I get all week.
We're here. Progressive's accident response detected an accident and sent for help.
Did we beat him? Where's Superman?
Saving the world, maybe?
We did it!
Yeah, I don't think car insurance is really his thing. Not with us around.
Yeah, I already called a tow truck that started your claim.
I guess not all heroes wear capes.
Yep, somewhere tummy capes.
Oh, what? Don't say things like that out loud. That's embarrassing.
Yankees baseball on the ice is brought to you in part by Bet365.
Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet 365. Untuckit, find the perfect fit today at untuckit.com for more than 80 stores worldwide. And by Hyundai, test drive new Hyundai today, only at your local Hyundai dealer. Started with the Red Sox, and then became one of the great home run hitters of all time with the Yankees. Really made the home run a thing in baseball. Jonathan Loaizaga in to face Romy Gonzalez. First and second, 2 outs.
There's that great sinker that he has, Michael, and that's his pitch. And then he uses his curveball to have a ball going the other way, which has also been really effective for him this year. But the sinker's his number one.
Chop foul. Quickly 0-2.
Foul.
Romy Gonzalez coming into the game was 350 off the lefties with an OPS of 950 off the righties. Only hitting 295 with an OPS of 736, so not nearly as much damage.
Swing and a miss. Overpowering Gonzalez. Loaizaga with a strikeout to get out of the jam. We'll go to the 6th.
Dunkin's $6 meal deal is bad. You get a medium iced or hot coffee, bacon, egg, and cheese, and 6 toasty hash browns. It's the biggest deal on breakfast, Dunkin's $6 meal deal.
You want high-performance, long-lasting, affordable tools. You want Harbor Freight tools. Whatever you do, do it for less at Harbor Freight. Save even more at our parking lot sale going on now.
Take my hand and come with me because you look so fine that I really want to make you mine.
Well, Andy, why are you putting this energy out into the universe?
Visit your Audi dealer and receive the 2025 Audi Q5 Quattro Premium for $699 per month.
Bob Lorenz with your Audi update. Blue Jays and Phillies, bottom of the second. Kevin Gausman facing Kyle Schwarber, 2 aboard, and Schwartz to center field. 410 feet later, it's a 3-run home run. It's a 4-0 Phillies lead. They now lead at 5-0 over the Blue Jays in the 7th. Jays have won 12-14, but they're on the downside now, guys.
Thank you, Bob. We go around the majors. Tarek Skubal, last 4 starts, pretty unhittable. Cal Raleigh, a lot of hits, 14 home runs, last 27 games. And Manny Machado heating up, last 19 games, 355.
No, they do need to wake up. You're right.
We go to the 6th inning on the
But we're leading.
Scoreboard, 1-0 Red Sox.
For now.
Ben Rice leads off.
Here's Ben Rice.
That's not fair throwing that cutter
To the
inside.
top of the 6th.
Sinker into him, and then he throws that, and you're thinking it's going to hit me, and then sometimes it breaks over for a strike. That one did not. Saw what Tarek Skubal's been doing this year, obviously having another great year after his Cy Young. Crochet is now past him in strikeouts. He's got 6 tonight, so he's up to 116. Past Mackenzie Gore, too.
Red Sox got Crochet in a December trade with the White Sox. They sent Kyle Teel, a highly rated prospect, Chase Mydroth, Braden Montgomery, and Wilkerman Gonzalez. Mounted sharply to second, Campbell there. We'll get Rice. And during the first week of this season, he signed a 6-year, $170 million extension. That actually starts next year, so it runs from 2026 to 2031. With an opt-out before that final season. He's 25 years old, so never locked up during his prime years. Well, they don't because he's been a reliever too, and then he had, you know, half of 22 and 23 off. Threw about 147 innings last year. I mean, he's leading the American League in innings pitched, and there's some concern about how far they'll let him go. But right now, he's as dominant as he's ever been.
He's dominated Judge so far tonight with 2 strikeouts to the captain. Now the count 1-1.
It's not fair to have this type of stuff and the type of control that he's had tonight, especially with his fastball up in the zone.
That just clipped the outside corner.
Yeah, he takes a lot off it. He gets really good depth.
Yeah, this game's moving right along. Been a pretty fast game.
Go there, but it ended up being a really good pitch.
Foul back here. Got a good, nice call on it too. Slightly off.
Yeah, a little bit. Get a good read on that ball, Michael. I thought you might jump a little bit with that ball coming up this way.
You know what? Let it hit me at once.
You were taught to run to the spot and catch it. Kind of like those poor kids did in Kansas City, those 2 little boys was up ahead of Aaron Judge. They're waiting for it to come down. Probably trying to get a ladder to see if they can go up there.
Damn, Aaron Judge sucks, dude. Just 3rd strikeout of the game.
Playing against Aaron Judge with the fastball up in the zone. And now you look at it, Aaron Judge is 1 for 8 off of him. He's a really good left-handed pitcher. There's that little bit of a tilt that he has.
Well, he's certainly coming inside on Bellinger.
Yeah, he's been running that sinker in on all the left-handed hitters so he can throw his sweeper away to try to finish you. And Belly's had a lot of success off it.
Check out Papa John's key ingredients. Cody, 328 average, 917 OPS against lefties. And that's both top 4 among Major League left-handed batters against left-handed pitchers this season.
Yeah, but you look at the last 3 years, he's really figured left-handers out. But now to get
Strike 2, Cody Bellinger. So 1-2 count.
Chicago, and now he's doing it again here in New York. That's the thing. You have to get a lot of bats against left-handers if you're a left-handed hitter to be comfortable. And I think
2-2.
what makes Cody successful is he doesn't try to pull lefties. He's willing to go the other way. And I know Paul talks about that. Don Mattingly used to talk to him about, don't be in such a hurry to pull a lefty. He can, but a lot of the pitches are going to be away.
Grounded to Campbell.
NBA Finals Game 4 just started. Pacers are already leading in that game.
New York City feels like this a lot lately. It's been a wild ride, but it won't change if we just swap Eric Adams for corrupt Andrew Cuomo. Brad Lander has served through the ups and downs, fighting corruption, ending wasteful government spending, building.
So we into the bottom of the 6th inning here in a 1-0 ball game.
$80 million from New Yorkers.
Yeah, I'm not watching the NBA
New York City is a ride in itself.
because I
And vote for Brad Lander.
A, it's not a clinchable game.
Cup of fresh aged cheddar for
I mean, neither was the other night, but there wasn't Red Sox on the. Well, no, there was Red Sox on the other night. I was streaming this anyway, or NBA anyway, but it's Red Sox Yankees. It's not a clinchable game, and I don't think I'll be able to watch the other 2 games of this series. So, some of the background Boston logo. That's the Red Sox City Connect jerseys. Go look up Red Sox green jerseys. Actually, it's literally in my thumbnail.
A third row that feels like first class. How it should be. The Hyundai Palisade. Lease a Hyundai Palisade SE for $369 a month, or step up to the limited or calligraphy and get $27.50 bonus cash. Hurry in.
Time to be optimum, but don't take slow financial replay.
Yeah, you look at these pitches from Dan Judge, they're all up in the zone and on the corners. Araya is a very good framer, presenting it well to the umpire. And I'm sorry, you're throwing 97, 98 up in the zone on the corners, you're not going to hit it. Your best chance is to foul off and maybe get another pitch. But his stuff has been dominant tonight. Boniface Einstein, 1-0. Red Sox.
Injury to 7 on the Thunder. Who's that?
Judges against him with 7 strikes.
Oh, that's Chet. That's not good.
I know one thing, he's going to get plenty more chances.
That's Chet Holmgren. That is, yeah, that's definitely not good.
Solo Weisinger got the final out of the 5th in relief of Yarborough. Now starts the bottom of the 6th.
Aaron Judge was talking about Narvaez, what a great kid and what a great worker he is. And he is really taking advantage of his opportunity. The ball went down, and it's his job.
That's not good.
Popped up on the left side. On the run, Dominguez.
He's okay. That's good.
But he makes the play.
You know, he's made 2 really good plays tonight. We saw the one early on in the gap that he got a great jump on. And this is tough because you're worried about that wall, right? You're running out of room, and you end up overrunning it, and you got to check the flags because it appears as sometimes it's going to come down in one place and it doesn't. But the flags, there's really not much to win tonight, so just overran it a little bit.
Meredith, you spoke to Jason about outfield play and playing here as well.
Michael, this is the first time he's playing left field here at Fenway Park, and, you know, obviously you have the monster back there that you have to worry about, and then, Joe, what you've been talking about and how there's not a lot of room down the line. He was actually out about a half hour earlier than position players, kind of taking balls off the wall, kind of getting a better idea of the dimensions out there, knowing that there are a lot of challenges when you're trying to play left field. If there's a better dimension, making sure you got out there earlier and how things were going to play.
And it was basically live off the bat. They were doing flips to one of the coaches. He was hitting it off his fungo, so it plays more like a ball that's off a batted ball, opposed to just a fungo.
And Joe, when you're back there with the wall, you have to make decisions early. That's something that he was talking about in the clubhouse, how you have to make your mind up as to what you're going to do, if you're going to try to make a play on it, or if you're going to hold up a little bit and allow it to bounce off the wall if it's close.
Yeah, this is really tricky, and it's the importance of the center field backing him up on all balls that are hit to left field.
3-1 count here to Roman Anthony.
Ground ball hit down the third base line.
Roman Anthony over 2 tonight.
It comes back towards the shortstop. It doesn't go to the line. So that's the shortstop has to be ready for that all the time.
Well, that's cool. You got approved for an apartment.
The rookie Anthony.
Full count here for Roman Anthony.
That ball's a good
Number 1 prospect in all of baseball.
The few at-bats that I've seen, he's hit the ball hard, and he's had great plate coverage, and it makes me wonder, like,
See, like Jaden.
susceptible is he?
No, I'm not gonna say shit, Malachi. You're not gonna tell me what to do. Like Jaden, like would not say this shit to Roman Anthony's face.
It was basically about the exact pitch that he hit for a double for his only hit. It was actually off the plate a little bit more, but really good pitch by Jonathan. See the good run on that?
How different is AAA from Major?
There you go.
Night and day. I mean,
10 seconds. That'll show him.
They were talking about, you know, guys see a lot of 91, 92 down in AAA, and here it's, look out, 95, 96, 97. I mean, you're facing Crochet, who's throwing 95.
Yeah, don't ask me to do things. I do what I want.
Tonight, the way he's pitching, then you can see a guy that throws 99 to 102 in Chapman. It's just different.
Be really funny if Andy then now asked me to turn the volume up a little bit. Don't tell Sam to do things. Sam, turn the volume up. Can you hit the vape 3 times in 5 minutes? Dude, I can hit the vape 3 times in fucking 15 seconds.
Let's get started. No.
There we go.
I really tried sleeping with it, everybody, but I'm done struggling. Now I sleep with Inspire. Inspire?
So right into the 7th inning in a 1-0 ball game. Sox are still leading.
Click of this button. A button?
Yankees suck.
No hose? Just sleep. Yeah, but you need the hose, you need the air, you need the...
Why did you start vaping? You told me to.
Sleep apnea innovation. Learn more and view important safety information at inspiresleep.com. Get 2.9% APR for 60 months on a 2025 Cadillac Lyriq. Visit your local Cadillac dealer today.
Well, let's check out the T-Mobile coverage cam. And it's been a little bit of a glove story the last couple of days for Anthony Volpe. Going in the hole, the backhand, the long throw. Not quite the jump pass by Derek Jeter, but certainly approximating that. So that was in Kansas City. Look at this play here today. Great play on both ends. So Volpe flashing the leather in KC and Beantown.
Yeah, that takes a lot of practice to be able to make
Here's
that
the seventh.
accurately. On both of them, he was very accurate. He got a really slow runner, and Salvi Perez, and fast runner Trevor Story.
Your Kansas City Royals. You are the Kansas City Royals.
Fifth amongst Major League shortstops.
We're at the top of the seventh. I don't know why that still says the end of the sixth.
Gold glove. Looking for another. Line to left field. That is a base hit. Second hit for Volpe against Crochet.
And the other thing, he's been really productive in his...
He didn't say that he's a Kansas City There we go. He didn't say he's a Kansas City Royals fan. He just said that he is the Kansas City Royals.
It's a really effective pitch for Crochet, and he's able to find the ball right in front of Refsnyder for a base hit. Chance for a stolen base now. See if he can get in scoring position again.
Dominguez fouls it away.
Even though Crochet doesn't pick his leg up a lot, Michael, it's kind of slow and it locks out. And it's why I think runners are able to get a pretty good jump. It's not where he picks it up and puts it right down. He kind of locks it out.
Mom accidentally ordered a ranch pizza. I would probably, if my dad did that, I'd probably put him up for adoption.
Watch his front leg go up, and then it locks out quickly. It isn't really effective for him. I think it causes some deception.
Hit sharply. This could be two. There's one.
And that's a double play. There you go. Crochet's been a fucking amazing, dude.
Hit the ball well, but right at Campbell to start a 4-6-3 double play.
I definitely don't take it for granted. Definitely don't. You know, we've needed an ace for years. I mean, we had Houck last year. He was good, but only for like the first half.
Unfortunate. That ball's 2 feet to his left.
I haven't really had an ace since 2018 Sale.
First and third.
Yankees have 3 hits on the night, 2 by Volpe and 1 by the guy at the plate, DJ LeMahieu. Yankees had a great opportunity in the 5th inning, 1st and 3rd, nobody out. They could not push a run across. So it's 1-0 Red Sox, a run they scored in the 2nd.
Crochet's 1 out away from getting into the 7th inning, which he only did 6 times last year. He's already done it 7 times this year. In his 15.
He's already in the 7th inning, you fucking idiot.
And they have not got a lot of length from their starters. That's been one of the problems for the Boston Red Sox. They scored a ton of runs. But he's the one guy that's been really consistent for them.
Yankees suck. Yankees suck. That's foul. Got DJ Lamehead up to hit right now. He fucking sucks.
7th inning at Fenway. $99 miles an hour.
You got anything left? I think so. It's the 89th pitch of the game.
You see why so many teams were calling on the White Sox to get Crochet. He's got filthy stuff. And it's a breakdown per inning. Most taxing inning was the 5th. When we told you, Yankees had runners on the corners and nobody out. Just one walk. That came in the 3rd to Peraza. Find out the right field, Anthony.
Roman Anthony makes that play for out number 3. So we head to the bottom of the 7th. This game is really going by fast.
Strikes out again? Don't take slow for an answer. Get Optimum Fiber, awarded the fastest and most reliable fiber internet, starting at only $40 a month. Because every moment matters. Enjoy fiber internet with speeds 4 times faster than Verizon. Plus, get a 5-year price lock and a $400 prepaid MasterCard on us. Get Optimum Fiber internet starting at $40 a month with no equipment fees and clear and simple pricing. Call 888-4Optimum, visit Optimum.com or a store near you. Optimum. Don't take slow for an answer.
Do I think he'll do something in Pittsburgh? I think he'll play football games. That's about it. You know? Do I think he'll be very good in those football games? Probably not.
3 courses starting at $14.99 at Outback for a limited time.
It's the dream we all share. To be anything and go anywhere.
How much football?
For your family, your gear.
I don't know. If he stays healthy, I think he'll play the whole season. But I just don't know if he'll be healthy. I think he'll be decent enough to be able to play the whole season, though.
It's time to see Ford in a new light. Now get employee pricing on a Ford Explorer, plus 3,000 Conquest cash for competitive owners. No trading required. Only at your local Ford stores.
Time for your Ford Studio Update. Bob and Flash with you, and runs and hits hitting premium tonight against Garrett Crochet.
Yeah, you think back to the last series at Yankee Stadium, there are a lot of runs on the board. Not tonight with Crochet. He is locked in. When you face an ace like this, you're hoping he might have an off night. He's been locating the fastball up and in on Judge, fastball in on lefties. He's been dominant. Yankees had their chance in the 5th inning. Couldn't cash in.
We'll break that down coming up on the postgame. See if they can push across a run or two. We'll see what happens, guys. See you on the postgame.
Thank you guys. 1-4-1 for the Red Sox, 0-3-0 for the Yankees. Yarborough went 4 2/3, allowed that 1 run. Yankee offense 1 for 4. Not many opportunities with runners in scoring position. Leaving 4. Crochet's been great. The only run on the Rafaelo RBI single in the 2nd.
NBA Finals having issues. Screen was black for 6 seconds. Yeah, I did that the other night. It was weird.
Well, you look at the strikeouts. The strikeouts are normal for him. The opponent batting average is really good. And the walks this year. He's walked 14 already this year. He only walked 14 all of last year. So finding his command is really important. His fastball's down about 1.5 miles this year. But you would expect that that would come up the more he pitches.
Obviously, no excuses. It happens to all teams. So I'm just wondering if someone played and
that's weird.
managed. The team got in yesterday from Kansas City. It's a fairly long flight. 4:30, yes. After you get your luggage and you unpack, 5:30 go to bed. Does it impact you in the next game?
Oh, I think it does. I mean, the Yankees didn't take BP on the field, and I'm not surprised today. They did defense, which is really important at this ballpark.
Well, come out to Yankee Stadium on Saturday, June 28th for Military Appreciation Day. The Yankees take on the A's. First 18,000 guests, 21 and older, will receive a Yankees camo shirt courtesy of Budweiser. Tickets are going fast, so get yours today, Yankees.com.
Yeah, I think sometimes it can affect you the next day as well, Michael. I mean, it's difficult when you get in that late. It didn't help that they had a rain delay yesterday during the game, even though it wasn't long.
Line drive on 1 hot to Peraza. He retires Rafaelo. 2 down.
That was not an easy play. I mean, that's a bullet that kind of got up underneath him when he fielded it, but he's got really good hands. He's got a strong arm. You know, watch this, moves his feet. This ball gets on him really quickly. Looks like it went to his right a little bit, or left, with the spin on it because he hooked it. Really good play. Made that look a lot easier than it actually was.
24-21 Pacers, 4:55 left in the first.
Campbell takes a strike.
Through his struggles, that's been the pitch that has given him a lot of troubles. He hits the ball the other way really well. The ball in, and he's chased in off the plate and hit a lot of weak ground balls.
Fly ball right field. Judge is there. Judge puts it away. And the Red Sox go down in order against Ian Hamilton. If we go to the 8th inning, Red Sox by 1.
They already go to the 8th inning now. This game's probably going to be just over 2 hours.
Introducing the all-new Chevy Equinox, starting under $30,000, and the all-electric Equinox EV, America's most affordable EV with a 315-plus mile range. Quality you expect, and a dealer right down the street. With Chevy, you get what you want. Current qualified lessees can get this 2025 Equinox for around $299 a month. See your Central New York Chevy dealers.
Dear unbreakable spirit, when the terrain is gnarly, you steady us. When obstacles are ahead, you lift us. When the turf is hostile, you inspire us. Own a legend, Toyota Trucks.
Right now, lease a new Tacoma for just $289 a month or get 100% APR financing for a full 60 months on a new Tundra. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
My wife's name was Tina. A doctor's poor decision on not catching cancer soon enough that turned out to be a problem that ended up taking her life. Order, they were outstanding. They really cared about Tina. They told me that we'll take care of it, and they did. And I know Tina's still there providing for the family.
Well, Sunday afternoon on Yes, the Yankees and the Red Sox wrap up this 3-game set here at Fenway Park. Coverage begins at 12:30 with outing batting practice at the pregame. Don't miss first pitch. Scheduled for 1:35 on Yes and the Gotham Sports app. Now tomorrow's game is on Fox, and of course, Yes will have post-game coverage. First pitch, and that is a ground out by Walls. David Hamilton takes over at second base.
Now number 1, Garrett Crochet's still in. Is he going to pitch a complete
You
game?
can see the game plan from the very beginning, Joe, is a jump
Did
on
92
Crochet
pitches.
early, has it,
If he gets out of this fast, he could.
but they don't want to get into counts where he can really exploit them.
Yeah, and he's had such good.
I wouldn't really advise. I mean, I do want to see it, but, you know, I wouldn't be upset if he doesn't come out for the 9th if we don't score any more runs. But if we score, like, multiple runs, then in the bottom of the 8th, then it's on number 2.
What concentration by Toro, the bat's headed out toward him, and he stayed with the ball.
Yeah, if we score multiple runs in the bottom of the 8th, I think Crochet should come out for the 9th.
Yeah, because a lot of times your eyes will go towards the bat. You're not sure what happens, but he keeps his eye on the ball, understands that the bat is going to get by him, and he makes a really good play. Look at this. Oh, I mean, that's scary. Good stretch by Romy Gonzalez, too.
Yankees run out of time here. They have 4 more outs. Crochet, 94 pitches.
And they're just getting someone up in their bullpen now. Again, I talked about him getting in the 7th inning. This is the 8th time this year. He's
So Whitlock up in the
7
bullpen.
times this year, only twice last time. So he's getting pretty close to that mark.
Pop-up on the left side.
And that's going to be out number 3. Head to the bottom of the 8th. That was a very fast inning.
Hey guys, there's something I want to talk to you about. There's a change in the air.
Less than 3 minutes.
Isn't that where the dog beds go? And no matter how perfect things are now, you don't want them to change. It'll be fine. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. I told you it'd be fine.
The 3-row luxury TX, because everyone should feel like the center of the universe.
Hey, look at that. They got one of DirecTV's new genre packs. I think you mean genre packs. Yeah, that's what I said. Now they can pay less and pack just the TV they want. Pick. the TV they looked. Yeah, now you're getting the picture. I get it.
Subway's footlongs are packed with protein, like the Ultimate BMT or the All-Pro Sweet Onion Chicken Teriyaki with 58 grams of protein. And now Subway MVP Rewards members can buy any footlong in the app and get another for just $1. Fuel up now in the Subway app.
Make my way downtown, walking fast, faces passing, homebound.
Make the most of your summer with the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event. Because now's the time to buy. So visit your local Kia dealer and look out for these stickers to take advantage of great deals. All of our vehicles are backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. And right now, get 1.9% APR for up to 60 months plus 500 retail bonus cash on specially tagged 2025 Sportage and Sorento vehicles.
Well, fans, the Gotham Sports app is your home for streaming live Yankees games and so much more. And it's free with an eligible TV provider subscription. Download the Gotham Sports
Oh, yeah, I
app
saw
now or
that.
visit GothamSports.com to get streaming. Well, Rob Refsnyder's due up, but they're going to send up Jarren Duran as we start the bottom of the 8th. Monday scoreboard 1-0. Boston over the Yankees. Hamilton in the second inning work.
Jarren Duran's up. Red Sox bullpen is now empty. Nobody is warming up in the bullpen.
And he did not start against Yarbrough.
So I think Crochet's coming out for the 9th. Might get to see a complete game tonight.
Each day, with the amount of outfielders they have, he's got a tough decision where if somebody's going to sit that's not used to sitting.
Well, I think
Might also end up being our shortest dream of the year.
Left-handers too. He has tough decisions. He can't sit them all. He can't sit Meyer and sit Anthony every day against left-handers. They have to play. So he does have a lot of tough decisions. Who do I play against which lefty?
And Durant strikes out.
Durant struck out.
If you're looking ahead to the 9th inning for the Yankees, it's Rice, Judge, and Bellinger. And right now, Joe, no one's warming in the Red Sox bullpen.
My shortest stream this year was 2 hours and 25 minutes. We could get it shorter than that.
Judge is 0 for 1 off of him, but Crochet has kind of pitched Aaron really tough tonight, and I think he's going to go with him against him.
Devers fouls it away. Devers was 0 for 3 against Yarbrough. So 0 for 9, 2, 3, and 4 tonight against Crochet. That one is driven to left field. Now it's going to be off the wall.
There you go. There's a double for Athey. Or sorry, it's just a single.
To a single.
Long single.
That's one of the times that the wall taketh away.
Well, yeah, and that's why you
It's
go
this
out
one.
early in practice, so you get the feel for this, because he's never played here before. This is a hanging slider, changeup, whatever you want to call it. And he almost overruns it. He almost doesn't get far back enough.
I don't know who that
to
is.
get it and make a good throw. And they keep Devers at first base. Not much of a stolen base threat, 1 for 2, but
Here's Marcelo Meyer. Pinch hitting. 2 home runs in the game against the Rays.
So they're going to send up Marcelo Meyer to pinch hit for Gonzalez, and here comes Aaron Boone.
So Durant came in to pinch hit. He struck out. Marcelo Meyer's now up with the Raffy Devers on first.
Has a talk with Hamilton, takes the ball, calls on Cruz, runner on first, 1 man out.
Getting a pitching change.
Yes Network is now streaming on Fubo. Watch the Yankees and more of your New York teams. Streaming live on all your devices. Plus, over 350 top channels. Start watching at FuboTV.com.
This is a meal. Melty, cheesy, flaky, toasty. Lunch just got croissant-tastic. Try the new croissant toast sandwiches. It just meals good at Panera.
A dad's work is never done. It's why the Home Depot has Father's Day gifts for every dad. From ties, to tools, to tech, to something to enjoy together. No matter what he's working on, make any dad's day with the Home Depot.
Touch the sky,
The perfect blend of design and performance. The Genesis G70 and G80. Lease the G70 for $299 per month. Exclusively with Tri-State Genesis retailers.
New York, you never fail to amaze us. You take our power and you make it powerful. We're building the clean energy grid every New Yorker deserves. This is energy for every day.
I tried to name that Yankee. Here are the clues we gave you earlier. Joe, you got this one.
Boomer Scott. I got it. I'm shocked, Michael, because I'm not very good at this. George Scott.
Well, he only played a short time with the Yankees at the end of his career. That's how he ended his career. But he's known here at the Red Sox, Boomer Scott. A big man with big power.
Who said they didn't watch home runs? They put their heads down. Look at that leather, too.
While he was in the process of shooting when it pissed me off.
Three-time All-Star and the final 16 games of his career with the Yankees in '79. So here's Cruz against the rookie Meyer.
Marcelo Meyer.
Tell you, Alex Carr did a really smart thing because he could have put in Durant the defense for Rex Snyder, but if he had done that, the Yankees would have used him against him and Devers, and then Meyer would have not hit in this situation. So he tried to gain every advantage with the at-bats.
I hit him.
Way inside, gets past Wells.
No, it didn't hit him.
Devers moves in scoring position.
But Rafael Devers moves to second.
Yeah, this is just a bold single.
No, it didn't hit him.
This is way inside. Meyer was considered the 8th best prospect in all of baseball before he got called up.
Come on, Marcelo. Strike 2.
1-2.
And that's the one tough thing for young hitters. You're probably not going to see splits like this in the minor leagues because if you have one like this, Mike, you call it. There's that pitch. You're not in the minor leagues.
No, you're up here.
Yes. So the adjustments you have to make, a lot of times you don't have to make them until you get here.
Got a piece of that splitter. So the Red Sox big 3 prospects where people said, well, they're going to be a power for years to come. They're all up now. Campbell, Meyer, Anthony. Red Sox come into tonight 34-36.
Nuttown. That's what the big 3 is called. Marcelo Meyer, Roman Anthony, Christian Campbell. They're called Nuttown. And you better refer to them as such. Number 44 is going in the bullpen.
Left fielder's not very far back because of the wall.
2-2 count on Marcelo Meyer. And that's strike 3.
Meyer.
Fuck.
Down on strikes. Saw Chapman warming up.
Narvaez coming in.
And here comes Matt Blake to talk with Cruz as Narvaez waits at the plate. Another big crowd here at Fenway. This place opened up in 1912. So much history here. And I always feel it, Joe. I wonder if you think like this too. When you walk from the Yankee clubhouse to the dugout, and you put your arms out to the side, you can touch each side, and you almost get the feeling. I mean, you know, Babe Ruth walked that same route. Lou Gehrig, Joe DiMaggio, Mickey Mantle, wooden floor. Now they put rugs over it so it doesn't clunk as much, but there's a lot of history in that runway.
Oh, there's a ton of history, and I don't necessarily think about that here. I thought about it at Yankee Stadium, the old Yankee Stadium.
Here, I think about 4-hour games. How many we had with the Red Sox, whether I was a player or a manager. Narvaez takes up
1-0.
I've been impressed by his approach, his willingness to hit the ball the other way, take the fastball the other way, pull the breaker ball. I mean, you look at his hits, they're from line to line. So he has a very mature approach, even though he hasn't had a ton of at-bats in the big leagues.
Strike 2.
1-1.
Strike 1, sorry.
Yankees trying to keep it here at 1-0. They won a game yesterday 1-0. Now they're trailing 1-0. Bottom of the 8th inning at Fenway. First game of this 3-game set.
That's ball 2, 2-1.
2-1 on the Red Sox cleanup hitter and their catcher.
You know, you bring that up, the Yankees won another game with 1-0. The Yankees are 4-2 in games that they've scored 1 run. The rest of baseball is 25 and 219.
Amazing.
That's basically a 10% winning percentage.
Last time the Yankees had 4 1-0 wins at this point in the season, you have to go back to 1968. That wasn't a great Yankee team. Couldn't hold up.
Full count.
3-2.
That pitch, I love what you said. There's that pitch again.
And that's going to be ball 4. Carlos Narvaez takes first.
Hey, stay tuned tonight after Yankees coverage for the best of Talking Yanks, presented by your local Ford stores. Get the top talking points from this week in Yankees universe. That's tonight after the postgame on Yes and the Gotham Sports app. So here's Roman Anthony. Yankees have just one lefty in the bullpen with Tim Hill, but they look at Cruz almost as a left-hander because he neutralized his lefties with that splitter.
Here's Roman Anthony.
And I think you could look at Leiter.
Shock me like an electric eel.
That he's got.
Ooh, girl. Oh, an electric
I
feel.
think when the Yankees, you know, if Jose Gil comes back, that Yarbo might be the guy that is out. And then you'll have 2 lefties in your pen.
And from everything you're hearing,
2-0.
Gil probably
She gonna teach me how to swim.
They're taking it really slow. They want to make sure he's totally right.
Well, I think you have to because it's such a great power arm. And his innings went up so much from where he was a couple of years earlier.
2-0 count. And throw to second. He's sitting back in there.
You know, I think pitchers sometimes do that because they change their mind on pitch selection. Because there's really no play there.
Two out count. Try it again. I didn't actually throw it that time.
Well, he might be thinking.
I don't think he can do another one.
Some pitch selection or maybe even some location, so he's trying to chase him back. I mean, he protects it. You can't see it in his glove from where he's at, but once he takes it out of the glove, you can kind of
3-0 count.
see it. It's probably too late.
Fernando Cruz is the pitcher. To strike.
Takes the 3-0 count. Fastball, 3-1. Scott Efros just brought up.
Come on, Roman.
He's getting ready.
Roman's 0 for 3 tonight. Do it here, bud. Ball 4. Gotta load the bases. Not necessarily what I wanted, but, you know, he did good. He got on base. Here's Trevor Story.
Now, Trevor Story hurt the Yankees last week and got some big hits, so this is a huge at bat. As the Yankees either going to face Crochet in the ninth or Chapman.
Yeah, he was.
I wanted to be Crochet.
Last week with a home run and 6 RBIs. Really got him back on track.
You know what fucking bitch is doing, dude?
Bases loaded this year. He's 3 for 5. 2 doubles and 9 runs batted in.
Yeah, the importance of him getting ahead so he can expand with that split. Yeah, Bernardino's up in case they blow it up. Chapman's starting to throw a little bit. Maybe if this inning gets too long, they worry about Crochet. Looks like he might have sat down.
Just missed.
Ball 2.
So he's fallen behind the last couple of batters. In his career, he's done a good job with the bases loaded. Devers at third. Narvaez at second. Roman Anthony.
Trevor Story has 59 career RBIs with the bases
Trevor
loaded.
Story with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th.
4 grand slams. Can you make it 5? Did he?
Ball left field. On the
Nope.
warning track is Dominguez.
But that runner will. Oh wait, no, that was out number 3. Fuck.
The Red Sox leave the bases loaded. Yankees will
Red Sox leave the bases loaded.
It's ShopRite's 3-day super sale. Get porterhouse or T-bone steaks just
And we head to the 9th inning.
bowl and basket sausage.
Hope
just
Crochet is going to be the pitcher.
The 3-day super sale this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Only at ShopRite. We are here.
1 cup of fresh aged cheddar for a new cheddar crust pizza sent down to our kitchen. From
Garrett Crochet is coming in.
Actually, it was sent down here from the dairy farm.
You know, that tracks, actually. Yeah.
We're making you a 1-topping cheddar crust pizza for $11.99.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
People are good. For laughs, for snorts, for cries, and goodbyes. People are good for doing nothing or getting up to
Dude, this is going to be huge.
People are good.
This is going to be fucking insane.
Jim Beam, best enjoyed together.
Dear Triathlon, let's splash through rushing rivers. Take on iconic trails.
I'm so ready. I'm so ready.
If you can't kick back and enjoy the view. Yours, Toyota SUVs.
Right now, you can lease RAV4, the #1 selling vehicle in America, for just $319 a month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Thanks to a bed and breakfast on Booking.com, even Cardinals fans are loving Chicago.
No, just scoping out the competition.
Deep dish.
For research.
With so many choices, you can be a fan of any U.S. city. Booking.com. Booking.yeah.
Yankees baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Nissan. And Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com. By Modern Official Hospital of the New York Yankees. And by Mohegan Sun. Something's always happening at Mohegan Sun. Great statue outside that gate of the teammates.
All right. Garrett Crochet coming out, trying to do the complete game. Complete game shutout.
Yankees postgame is Bob Flash. We'll have highlights and analysis in the studio. Meredith gets player interviews in the clubhouse, and we'll hear from Aaron Boone on the manager's report. That's all coming up next on Yes and the Gotham.
Only giving up 3 hits. Here's Ben Rice. Ball 1.
And Ben Rice takes inside as they let Crochet try to finish it off.
Pitch number 97 is high. It's 2 starts ago.
He's never had a complete game.
112 in 7 innings.
Strike 1.
Gotten it out in the 9th inning in his career.
Which is understandable, being a first-time starter last year in the big league.
No, he's literally done exactly what we've wanted him to do.
Couldn't hold up. Ball coming in on right.
Even if he blows it right here, he's still doing exactly what we've wanted him to do. You know? I mean, besides blowing it, but.
Soft ground ball, second
That's going to be grounded for out number 1. 2 outs away. from a complete game shutout. I don't think I've ever streamed one of these for the Red Sox. I think I've done it against other teams, but I don't think I've streamed a complete game shutout for the Red Sox or a complete game in general.
Takes one pitch, Michael. He's just got to get a fastball that's below his belt. Moving so loud they can't even hear the signs. And that's where he's been all
1-0. It's Aaron Judge. He's hitting .387, 25 home runs, 59 RBIs, and over 1,000 OPS. He fucking sucks, though. See what I mean?
Tell you what, for a guy that has not pitched into the ninth inning ever before, his stuff is still electric. That cutter, the hardest cutter he's thrown all night at 95. That was like a
It's foul. Broken bat. Yeah, this will not be my shortest MLB stream of the year.
On the Yankee captain. Crowded Fenway on the swing. Crochet rocks and deals. 2-2.
2-2.
And the pitch.
Fouled off.
100 miles an hour.
He's at 105 pitches. Complete games are just so rare nowadays. You used to see them all the time. Maybe not all the time, but like you'd see them like regularly. You have like, I guess like a few a week.
The 2-2. 3-2. This is a battle of the Titans right here. Judge against Crochet. That's driven deep to left field.
Dude, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Judge after 3 strikeouts hits one over the monster seats, and we're tied at 1. Feet, Michael, and it just took one fastball down in the zone that he could get to, and boy, did he get to it. And now he has to make a decision. What do? Do I take him out now, or do I let him try to...
You know what?
He gets on career high pitches. Interesting, Joe. I wonder if you noticed that last pitch before the home run, Judge stepped out and kind of like shook his
Why?
head like he
Why? This is just supposed to be the great night. This is just supposed to be the great night. You know, Crochet throws the complete game shutout. Strikes out Aaron Judge 3, coming on 4 times, and then fucking gave up the home run.
But that was down a little bit too.
Fuck.
This ball, man, 443 feet over everything. Tell you what, he is such an impressive hitter, Michael. He just continues to dominate the league.
But you know what? Crochet fucking killed it tonight. He fucking killed it. He fucking killed it. Like, beautiful. Beautiful. Just sucks that happened at the end. Not really. I mean, it is his fault, but like, he was at 105 pitches. He had literally never been that far into a game before. You know?
Here at Once Upon a Farm, we chose the Capital One Venture X business card. With no preset spending limit, our purchasing power adapts to meet our business needs. And unlimited double miles means we earn more too.
What's in your wallet?
You know, we're
not so different from plants, are we, Ryan?
Plants need food like people need food.
Like this really good organic plant food from Miracle Grow. These peppers look hangry, Ryan. Eat them, don't just stand there.
Don't take less when you can have it all with Taco Bell's $5, $7, and $9 Lux Cravings boxes. There's the $5 classic box full of creepable faves. The $7 Supreme box with your swankier side. And the $9 Cantina Lux box has a whole world of tasty indulgences, including the slow roasted Cantina chicken burrito. Get Lux for less with the $5, $7, and $9 Lux Cravings boxes at Taco Bell.
Yep, really.
Joe, let's break down that at bat. Yeah, he starts him with a fastball up.
Should have scored more runs too.
He's been trying to get to all night. Then he throws him a good
How the
cutter.
fuck? Don't even want to talk about it.
Down inside, and then he goes back up with it. And you look at Aaron Judge, I can hit that one. That one's
But, you know, Crochet, like I said, great job. Beautiful performance. Sucked that happened at the very end. Never been that far into a game before.
Down in the zone until that at bat. And that's where you get second guess sometimes as a manager. Like, did you leave him in too long? Yep. I'm taking.
Just shut up. He did not, like...
And he deals a ball to Bellinger.
That's trust. That's trust in your pitcher. That's a good manager thing to do. Trust in your fucking ace. Your ace says, I'm going out to pitch the ninth. You as the manager say, okay.
With a team that's
you know?
and you keep him in, and then that happens. I think more than anything, he's earned that right.
That's at least what I believe.
He's done in this game, what he has done.
Other people might have different philosophies.
He's earned that right, and he just made a mistake. I mean, he's human. Aaron Judge could have popped
Thank
it up
you.
or missed it or fouled
Thank
it
you.
back, too.
Thank you, Joe.
And Joe, sometimes it's not a coincidence that he finally makes a location mistake when he's at 106 pitches. Fatigue sometimes does that. No, but it could have been him overthrowing a little bit too, because his hardest fastballs were in that inning to Aaron Judge. And it's like a hitter sometimes. When you swing everything you got, you swing and miss, right? But if you tone it back a little bit and you land, I mean, command still is the most important
Full
thing.
count.
That you hit the corners, the edges, the top, the bottom. He did not that at bat, and he paid for it. Joe, at the start of the at-bat, I got to give you kudos. You said it takes one pitch, a fastball below the belt, and he finally got that pitch. Yeah, as good as Aaron Judge is, and we could argue that he may be the best right-handed hitter we've ever seen. That if you locate it up in the zone at 98, 99, it's hard to get to. But if you get it down, they've seen it enough at that velocity, they will hit it. Bellinger really battling Chapman here. And you're going to look, he's trying to go up, but he just doesn't get it up. He gets it about thigh-high, 100 miles an hour. And he missed in the pitch before, somewhere he had not been at that level. Only he had pitched him up and in. He's made a mistake. That one is looped into left field, and it's going to be caught.
Nice. That's going to be out number 2. Caruso got fouled, and they called it a technical because an elbow and a hand was used. Oh, God.
Crochet is beside himself. We saw a shot of him almost talking into the dark about that pitch. There's Anthony Volpe, who had 2 hits, 2 singles against Crochet. And a strike. Chapman's 37 years old and still averaging almost 100 miles an hour. I think the hardest pitch he's thrown this year is 103.
That's strike 2.
Pitchers do not like to lift a lot. And he is in the weight room constantly.
Toppin and Hartenstein both got technical fouls for pushing at each other. Oh, my God.
He did so many exercises.
Why is that the game I'm missing?
Not recommended for pitchers, and he had the biggest shoulder capsule that I had ever seen. There's 103. Wow. If you look at the size of his shoulder, where his arm kind of connects to his shoulder, for a pitcher that is really big. And he would do pull-ups. He would do overpress with
like 100-pound dumbbells, and I'm thinking, I know that's not right,
2-2.
but it didn't affect him. It's probably kept him healthy, his strength.
Fuck Chapman.
12 out of 13 in save opportunities this year. This is not a save opportunity. Came in the game. He's trying to keep it at 1-1, so the Red Sox have a chance in the bottom of the 9th inning.
I was amazed, too. He sweats a lot, but he still wears those sleeves all the time. I tell you, he's really evolved as a pitcher, developing the split and the slider. I mean, for so long, he was just a one-pitch pitcher for the most part. But his slider and split have become more effective. He's learned to add on with his fastball when he's ahead.
Fly ball center field. That'll do it in the 9th. But
All right, so we're headed to the bottom of the 9th.
Aaron Judge, it struck out 3 previous times. Then this drive pierces the Boston night sky. And when it lands, the Yankees and the Red Sox are tied at 1.
Some people just knew they could save hundreds on home insurance by checking Allstate first.
First night in the new house.
Like you know to check the neighbors first, before buying a house.
What was that?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Energizer Max. Outlast Duracell Power Boost by 10%. No fluff, just facts. Now powered by enhanced energy.
I forgot to wash my work shirt.
Just wear it again. I added Unstoppables with Overclock, and it keeps our clothes fresh all day.
Ooh, I'm gonna be feeling it at work today.
She smells so good, I'm actually paying attention. Smell unstoppable.
It's a new season of names and a new season of numbers.
David, tell us the story of your number.
Now streaming, join Gracie Cashman for a deep dive into the digits that tell the stories of iconic New York athletes, past and present. Don't miss an all-new episode of The Story of My Number, featuring David Cohn.
I'm not that superstitious. Somebody say something.
Streaming now on the Gotham Sports app. Presented by the New York Lottery.
Time for the upcoming schedule, brought to you by your local Tri-State Buick dealers. Tomorrow, 7:15 on Fox, then back here on Yes at 1:35. After the Fox game, we have our Yes post-game show. Then the Angels come to the Bronx for a 4-game set, followed by the Orioles.
All 5 of Toro's home runs have come from this side, which you would think is a little bit strange because it's a pretty difficult park to hit it out to right field unless you go right down the line.
Popped up. Peraza in foul territory. 1 out.
Number 1.
Now you might say, well, why did they have
Aaron Judge hit a home run, and the Red Sox had it, moving
in
him.
the bottom of the 9th? Kevin Williams not
Yeah.
available. Mark Leiter not available. They pitched 2 days in a row. So Tim Hill would be the next guy out.
Yeah, the Yankees knew their bullpen was a little bit limited because of the work they've had the last, few days. But Cruz has the ability to close out games, even though this is not a closing situation. It's a really good pitch to a really aggressive hitter, the league leader in first pitch swinging. And you look at what, you have no Leiter. You probably would like to stay away from De Los Santos, giving 1 more day off. Tim Hill, I think you would use for the top of the order if it gets to that. Foul back here. There you go. I see you reaching for that one, Michael.
Y'all got enough. Fuck it. That's true.
How come? Oh, I just feel it. Wonder who got the Judge home run ball. Somebody just casually walking on the street out there.
Some of those buildings over there.
Shut up,
the
bitch.
Gold's Gym, is it still back there?
You would know that, not me. Did he go? No, he did not.
All right, 1-2 to Sedon.
a better look here. No, that's a good call. Jeremy Rehak from first base.
Swing and a miss on the splitter.
That's going to be strike 3.
2 down.
You know, I know we
Number
talked
2.
about how good Crochet had pitched tonight, but the Yankees threw 8 2/3. They've only given up 5 hits. The Red Sox have given up 5 hits in 9 innings. It's just been a really good game where these are the 2 top offenses versus left-handers.
So he's going to take the ball from Cruz, and with Campbell coming up, he's going to call on Hill.
So Tim Hill is coming in to pitch. There's 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th here at Fenway Park in Boston, Massachusetts.
Long-lasting, affordable
The bottom of the
tools.
9th.
You want Harbor Freight tools. Whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight. Save even more at our parking lot sale going on now.
Dear Frida, what forms do you take? More miles driven, more dollars saved, more life embraced, and more electrified vehicles than any other brand. Yours, Toyota. That's right. Toyota has more electrified vehicles than any other brand.
Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Any further thoughts? I think I need to do more with my money. I still do. I live with my money. How much should I save for my kids' tuition? What kids?
All early is early retirement.
How much is in your 401k? All my money's in checking.
What does the taste stand for?
Ben, what's on your mind? Could I be doing more with my money?
Let's look at where you're at and talk your goals.
Make sense of your money with Citizens.
Yankees, Red Sox, always big. While this copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the New York Yankees, it may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the New York Yankees. So David Hamilton, who had come in for defense, is actually coming up, and he will face Tim Hill, so lefty-lefty.
Got to be aware of the bunt on both sides. Got to keep him off the bases because he's extremely fast.
Yeah, they are trash.
Base stealer.
This division just sucks.
Use him as a pinch runner a lot and a defensive replacement.
1-1.
One and two.
1-2.
Aaron Judge's dramatic home run in the top of the 9th inning has tied this game at 1. 100-mile-an-hour fastball that he turned around, driving it over 440 feet.
Come on, David. 2-2.
Pretty good pitch there, Michael. Looked like he had a little edge of the K zone.
Still 2-2. Bottom of the 9th inning. 1-5-1 Boston. 1-4-0 Yanks. Chop foul.
One of the last things you want to do is get into the long and backfield. Tim Hill threw 19 last night. He worked on Tuesday, so he's worked. This will be 3 out of 4 days, and he's probably got the next inning if they get out of this inning.
Fly ball, deep right field.
Yeah, and that's going to be caught for out number 3. So we are headed to extras. Headed to 10th. Free baseball. Free baseball here in Boston, Massachusetts. Shouldn't be. This game should be over by now.
A blind spot that's never out of sight. How it should be. The Hyundai Tucson.
Lease a Hyundai Tucson for $259 a month for 36 months, or get 3.99% APR for 72 months. Hurry in.
At Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center, being the Northeast's best cancer center means being the best for you. Pairing the most advanced treatments with the most compassionate treatment. It takes looking at every cancer from every angle. And a care team that looks out for you and everyone you care for. It takes MSK.
All right, we go to the 10th inning here in Boston. 1-1 game. And the Red Sox bring in a new pitcher, Garrett Whitlock. Last 9 games pitching to a 0.79 ERA. And one thing that Cora has tried to do with the 37-year-old Chapman, not have back-to-back games, not pitching 2 innings or more than 1 inning, so that would be more than 1 up. So yeah, the final 2 outs, and now he's going to go to the bullpen.
Well, I think he's managing a player that has a little bit more.
It's embarrassing by the Red Sox.
And understands what he needs to do to keep him successful.
Chill, bro.
The other thing is, it's a lot easier to run on Chapman. You know, you have Volpe at second base, who's really good at stealing third base. That'd be pretty easy.
Well, Volpe is the ghost runner, the Manfred man, the inherited runner, whatever you'd like to call it, as we go to extra innings. The one thing it does do, by not having him come out and pitch, at least to Dominguez, as Dominguez turn around to a stronger side.
Yeah, much stronger side.
Swings over the slider. Yankees are low on relievers, so it behooves them to get some runs here. Volpe dancing off, dives back.
It's a tough play for Myers, third base, because he's used to being a shortstop and not having to look for the bunt and the base runner at the same time.
In this position, when you're on the road, do you not like the bunt because you want to score multiple runs?
Yeah, you want to score multiple runs in this situation, and you're at the bottom of the order, so you're looking at Dominguez, who's probably had the most success off of right-handers of the hitters coming up, him or Wells. So you don't want to give away.
Well, that's why we have to watch the game, Andy.
You know you don't have a lot of pitching left.
And you know the Red Sox start with a runner on second.
That's right, and they're at the top of their order. So you're going to see Duran. You're going to see Devers and Meyer, 3 left-handers.
Justin Wilson heating up. Fouled that one off. Well, we're looking at 2 red lights in the outfield for the Red Sox.
Why you keep switching the account you're talking to me on?
Caution light.
It's like you're have like multiple personality disorder or some shit.
Make some errant throws.
There goes Volpe. The throw to third. Got it. Meyer can't believe it. And Volpe is in there with a stolen base. Let's see if they challenge.
Nah, he was. I think he was safe.
They are going to challenge.
Yeah,
they're challenging it.
Tag for
Another angle.
Used to taking this throw at shortstop, but but he lets the ball travel and basically drops it.
Oh no, he's out. He's out. He's out. He's out.
Bang bang. I don't know if he's out there. And also,
I think he is.
When he first started.
Yes. He does that little jump around to try to get a really good jump, and it may have cost him here.
Yeah, I think he's out.
His hand is up. He doesn't hit the base with his finger. He hits it with the palm. And I think they have a case that he might be out here. Is it enough to overturn it? You see him turn his head.
Oh, I don't know. I actually don't know. I don't think it's enough to overturn it.
If it's called out, I don't think they overturn it. And it's called safe. Somebody brought this up to me the other day, and I think it's a great idea. They should not tell the replay umpires what the call is on the field. Why should that be the way the call is decided?
Yeah. Well, I think they think if it's that close, then how can the replay call it when they're down? I kind of like the idea, Michael. I do. But
After review, the call on the field is overturned. The runner is out.
Nice. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Let's go.
yeah, I think because his hand goes up and he doesn't hit the base with his fingers, he's out.
Yeah, nice. Nice fucking challenge.
Of his hand.
Also smashed his head against the leg of Meyer. His neck bent awkwardly and slid in like that too. Now that's a big play, a big overturn. Quite a battle between Whitlock and Dominguez.
Like Dominguez got Narvaez with this little bit of a backswing as he gets really extended out there and hits on the top of the head. That can actually bother you if that's too, because you're not anticipating your head's going to get pushed down.
Why do you keep fucking... Red Sox offense has to be better.
Dominguez down looking. So 2 outs here in the 10th.
Is Andrew the GOAT a different person?
Breaking ball as a hitter, when you see him high like that, in a way, you think it's going to run off the plate and not come down, and you kind of give up on it. This is a perfect pitch. Perfect sweeper.
If so, I would feel so fucking stupid. Because my high drunk ass thought Andrew the GOAT was Orlando Lion fan club the whole time, just like the same.
LeMahieu was pointing that it is fair, but the first base umpire said foul right away.
Yeah, a lot of times it's hard for the umpire because he's got to turn around and find the ball really quickly.
That's a fair ball line.
No. Does it hit the white line a little bit?
They're going to challenge this.
He's pretty demonstrative about it. Like
Now the Yankees are challenging this.
The call on the field is a foul ball. New York is challenging.
They're not going to get that challenge.
Our monitor is not big enough to quite tell, but it's awful close.
You're not a different person? Oh, so you are just Andy. It's on 2 different accounts.
Place him because you get a chance to maybe watch that again. It probably gets to Roman Anthony in right field pretty quickly because of the angle that it's hit coming off the wall. So that if they do call it fair, they have another decision to make where you place the runner.
Now we blew it up to see if we could see it a little bit better.
I think it's a fair ball. You see how the white line now, all of a sudden I guess there's a divot there before it hits. Man, that's tough.
So they're reviewing this.
him in the replay booth. Number of guys looking at this call. It's an important call. Staring at it. My guess is if there's that many people looking at it and they can't figure it out, Michael, they're not going to overturn it.
Well, they're certainly taking a long look at it. Not a quick decision.
0-1 count right now. They're trying to see if that was a fair ball.
This is one of the longer reviews that I remember.
They are taking a long
Yeah.
time.
They are taking a while with this.
Certainly not falling under the heading of instant replay.
What would you call it then? Just replay?
Yeah. Don't take slow for an answer.
Looks like we're going to get our answer.
After review, the call of field stands.
Nice. Fuck you, Aaron Boone.
Aaron Boone not too thrilled, and he gets thrown out.
Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you. Woo! Fucking bitch. Fuck you, Aaron Boone. Oh, God.
Because he set the tone. Yeah, calling that a foul. Calling it foul, Michael. The one wish that I had that I could have done.
So you're a different person. You're not Orlando Lion fan club.
I would have felt a lot better. Yeah, what are you looking at?
You see Tom Payne is screaming to the dugout, let's go, get out of the dugout. So he wants Boone out.
But he doesn't throw his gum at you. I mean, I just think that at times you gotta let players and managers vent a little bit. I mean, that's the second really, really close call.
Yankees suck. Yankees suck. Yankees suck. Dude, I fucking love that. Fuck Aaron Boone.
1-1.
Michael, when's the last time you've seen an inning where there was only two batters if he makes it happen?
This silly rule is going to have that happen every now and then.
I don't remember seeing it.
Told that a couple of years ago it happened in Seattle.
Well, I know I wasn't on that road trip.
Good chance I wasn't either. Tell you what, I like most of the rule changes this side. I mean, this is a carnival out. You play a great baseball game for 9 innings, and well, let's put a guy at second.
Yeah, but I think, Michael, it's to save bullpen. And
2-2.
to save from having to make so many up and down moves.
Full count. To DJ Lamehead.
August 10th, 2022 is the last time it happened to the Yankees where just two batters came to the plate, but I know he was trying to make that a blue stat.
I had packed my bags and had moved on from Philadelphia by that time.
Gotcha.
Was not broadcasting yet.
Ausmus has taken over as acting manager. Good at bat for LeMahieu.
You know, you talked about the team getting in at 4:30 last night. I remember I used to tell, you know, and I would get in at 4:30, and my kids would come get me up at 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning and take them to school.
And I would always tell Tony Pena, be ready, or Rob Thompson, be ready, because I'm a little irritable today. Chop toward first. Toro takes it himself.
Yeah, that's going to be out number 3. So we head to the bottom of the 10th. I'm going to go pee because I lose. What? What? Oh my God! Dude, the second base, the fuck you got thrown out.
Game to a show on Max without leaving DirecTV. It's like all their apps and channels are connected.
Oh, it's all connected. Shows, movies, sports, cooking shows.
Is she talking to us?
Tell me, how does DirecTV put all your favorite stuff on one home screen? Uncanny content suggestions based on your watch history? Are mind controlled?
Were you recently electrocuted?
Introducing genre packs starting at $34.99.
Well, I for one am intrigued.
It's a new season of names and a new season of numbers.
David, tell us the story of your number.
Now streaming, join Gracie Cashman for a deep dive into the digits that tell the stories of iconic New York athletes, past and present. Don't miss an all-new episode of The Story of My Number, featuring David Cohn.
I'm not that superstitious. Somebody say something.
Streaming now on the Gotham Sports app. Presented by the New York Lottery.
Dear sharp curves. Don't spin your wheels. With more all-wheel drive sedans than any other brand, you can bet your bottom dollar we're sharper than ever. Because man, we got traction. Yours, Toyota Sedans.
Lease a new 2025 Corolla for just $199 a month. Or lease the 2025 Camry with all-wheel drive for just $299 a month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Bottom of the 10th, it's 1-1. Now, Aaron Boone getting thrown out, well, not saying it's a daily occurrence, but you're not shocked. This shocks you because DJ LeMahieu does not have much to say on the field. Jeremy Rehab didn't like what he said and threw him out immediately.
Yeah, and what I don't like about that is he wasn't very demonstrative when he ran by him. I mean,
So DJ LeMahieu has been thrown out of the game. Pablo Reyes has come in at second base for the Yankees. Here in the bottom of the 10th, David Hamilton with the runner on second. One of the fastest guys in the league. I think we really do think we got this. Was a drink of choice tonight?
I didn't think he was showing up.
It was IPAs, Voodoo Ranger IPA, and Budweiser.
There has to be some leeway for emotion in this game. People want to see emotion. So you can't have people always tossed out.
Hamilton will start at second.
Come on,
base,
Duran.
The ghost runner. So that's the winning run for the Red Sox here at the bottom of the 10th.
This should have been a beautiful complete game shutout from Crochet.
And he does the right thing.
And Duran grounds out to first, but the runner advances to third.
So he pulls the ball to move Hamilton to third.
So I think we got this.
The infield in for Rafael Devers.
Yeah, I think you would walk Devers here and possibly play for a double play. You probably still have to keep the infield in, but you face Maya, who's never seen him.
Yeah, but like,
Devers.
the thing is, it's about like quantity and price for me. I really just I like beer no matter what. I'll drink fucking any beer, as long as it's not like fruity, you know. But like 30 packs of Budweiser, I don't really see that for like anything else. If I do, it's usually more expensive. So like 30 pack for like, what is it, 28 bucks?
You make the right decision if it's hit to the corner.
Are you surprised that, at least when they started there, that the shortstop and second baseman were back?
A little bit, because Maya runs pretty well. Obviously, he was a shortstop in the minor leagues, and he runs pretty well.
Camden's talking shit, bro. And I respect that.
I mean, that's the run. I mean, if he... It looks like they might bring a fifth infielder in. Yeah, looks like they brought one of the...
So, Rafael Devers has been intentionally walked.
And they're going to bring in, of course, Cody Bellinger, who's an outstanding first baseman. Probably could play anywhere, so he is going to be the fifth infielder.
Well, just fucking hit a bomb, Marcelo.
It's his first baseman, man. So who's going to play first?
Ban intentional walks, yeah. Damn right.
Bellinger will play first.
Like I said, I think they should ban the like official intentional walk. I think they should also ban like when you could go out like this and then like you'd actually have to pitch all the 4 pitches. That was better, but like I still don't like that. Like obviously we cannot enforce intentional walks, you know, if we were to ban them, but like if somebody were to intentionally throw 4 balls, at least you'd have the chance to like,
67% ground balls, so they're playing the
you know, hit them.
Obviously, there's not a
But they have to be serious pitches.
against them, so they're playing that percentage as well.
That should be the rule.
Reyes and Volpe are about halfway. They're closer. Big cut there by Marcelo Meyer. Winning run is at third. That's Hamilton. Devers in first. Bottom of the 10th inning. 1 man out.
Strike 2 for Marcelo Meyer.
Yeah, and I was talking about not a lot of pull in the air, only 5.5%. With the average in the big leagues is 16.6. That's why you see Aaron Judge most.
Really want David Hamilton to get home. I think he can. Fastest fucking guy. Probably not the fastest guy in the league, but one of them.
By fouling that one off.
Yeah, 2 Yankees have been ejected in this game. Aaron Boone, the manager, he's a fucking bitch head, and I fucking hate him.
A little bit too far outside.
And then DJ LeMahieu, DJ Lamehead. That's strike 2, strike 3. Number 2.
And now they could get back to normal defense. They give Bellinger his outfielder's mitt. They give Goldschmidt his first baseman's mitt. Bellinger moves back to center. Goldschmidt back to first.
And you could walk Narvaez if you want to face Roman Anthony. It looks like they're going to go after Narvaez.
Narvaez has walked twice tonight. He's 0 for 2. 0-1. Runners on the corners, 2 outs, bottom of the 10th. 1-1 game.
I would think that you would send Devers so there's not a force in second.
Foul.
But he's not
0-2.
even looking to go.
Come on, Carlos.
Goldschmidt's not holding.
Camden, what did you do today?
I don't think the Yankees are going to throw through because of Hamilton's speed.
I literally just worked and then watched the game.
At third base, he can walk home.
And he
1-2.
does get a second no throw.
Billy Martin once pitched out there. Thought about it a few times.
The 1-2. Popped up.
Popped up.
Wells gives it a look. It's in the stands, about 6 rows back. Quite a game to start this series on a Friday evening in Boston. Swing and a foul ball. Hill pitched yesterday. Has 19 pitches here tonight.
Threw 19 yesterday as well.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah! Yeah! Red Sox win! But
one stings a little, Joe.
Yeah, it sure does. Crochet made one mistake getting the ball down. And you look at this from Tim Hill, he made one mistake. He had been down in the zone so well tonight. And he gets this ball up to Narvaez, and he's able to hit it off the wall, and the Red Sox become victorious.
And Garrett Crochet, who pitched so beautifully until the Judge home run.
Let's go.
Red Sox teammates. And the former Yankee Carlos Narvaez comes through. He's their cleanup hitter, and he cleans
I guess we're not going to be able to see an interview because
to pick up a ribby and win the game 2-1.
I have to watch on the Yankees channel. Fucking MLB can't just like be nice and just, you know, let things be nice. I pay for MLB TV. Should be able to watch my fucking favorite teams every game without like Yankee bias. You know, fucking bullshit. But it's also kind of nice in a way to see. I can look at the positive. It's nice to see them be upset. that's nice. That's a nice thing to see. That brings my stream record of this season to 13-16. Brings my all-time stream record to 43-49. So yeah. The stats for this game: Red Sox win 2-1. Should not have been this long. This game should have been over like fucking 45 minutes ago. But for the losers, for the bitches, for the fucking assholes, they should all be like, they should like this the Salem witch trials. They should fucking stand in the center of town square. We're just gonna yell at them. We're gonna be like, witch, 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 and then they burn them at the fucking stake. Figuratively, like not like actually, because that'd be like terrible. But, like we just all sit there and fucking roast them, and they have to take it. Yeah. Fuck the Yankees. Which Aaron Judge somehow had a home run this game after sucking the entire fucking game because he sucks. He's really good, and I actually kind of like him, but he also had an RBI, his 60th of the year. Jason Dominguez had a stolen base, and then Anthony Volpe was caught stealing. Ryan Yarbrough pitched 4 2/3 innings, gave up 4 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, walked 3, struck out 3, has a 3.96 ERA. Jonathan Loaizaga pitched an inning and a third, struck out 2 and has a 3.65 ERA. Ian Hamilton pitched an inning and a third, gave up 1 hit, struck out 1 batter, has a 4.76 ERA. Fernando Cruz pitched an inning and a third, gave up 2 walks, struck out 2, and has a 3.21 ERA. And then Tim Hill got the loss, his second loss of the year, bringing his record to 3-2. He pitched an inning, gave up 1 hit, 1 run, 0 earned runs though, and then walked 1. Struck out 1 and had a 2.60, and now has a 2.67 ERA. For the winning team, the better team, the team that's just better, you know, the team that's not a bitch, that didn't have like a century-long rule of having to shave your beard. We're not the team that doesn't have a mascot. We're not the team that is in a city that smells like well, actually, we kind of are in a city that smells like shit sometimes, but not as bad as New York. The Red Sox for the Red Sox tonight, Carlos Narvaez had an RBI and Ceddanne Rafaela had an RBI. So the main big hitters, I guess, didn't really have any big moments, but that's all it took, Trevor Story had a stolen base. Ceddanne Rafaela was also caught stealing. And then Garrett Crochet pitched 8 1/3 innings. Gave up 4 hits, and then 1 run, 1 earned run. Walked 1 batter, struck out 7, gave up a home run. Has a 2.24 ERA. Number 44 pitched 2/3 of an inning. Has a 1.55 ERA. And then Garrett Whitlock got the win, his 5th win of the year, bringing his record to 5-0. He pitched an inning, struck out 1 batter, and has a 3.12 earned run average. Aaron Boone was ejected by home plate umpire John Tumpane in the 10th. And then Yankees second baseman DJ Lamehead. That's actually his legal name, DJ Lamehead. He was ejected by the first base umpire Jeremy Rahak in the 10th inning. Time of the ball game was 2 hours and 57 minutes. And the Red Sox are the winners. Let's go. Wanna run one ball game. We wanna run 1-run ball game. Let's fucking go. And I think the last game, we won 2 straight 1-run ball games. I didn't stream the last game, but the last game was a 1-run ball game. So, let's go. Alright. I'm going to end this shit right here. I want to thank you cocks. You penises. I want to thank you penises for watching. And peace out.